Welcome to another episode of Every Tenday. This is D&D for families and young adventurers like these.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. That was pretty concise.
That was good. Last we left off, your daring escape from downfall, avoiding Bavlorna, the witch that has somehow been able to lock down part of Prismere into the realm known now as Hither. You made your really rather daring escape in a balloon constructed almost entirely, its canopy anyway, of a storm cloud, and piloted bravely by your companion, Scarlet, using something of her seamanship tools and skills to actually guide this wild and chaotic form of travel over many, many miles. You discovered that this balloon was in many ways fueled by lightning, by thunder, and a chance encounter with a young blue dragon enabled, we said if we roll a 1 or a 2, and you did, enabled you to get that extra charge required for you to fly through the borders of Hither and Thither and Yon, the 3 border realms that make up what was Prismere. And through many hours of treacherous and dangerous flight, Scarlet's skills with the rigging and the ropes that make up your ability to steer this thing, you managed, I don't even know how, quite honestly, I don't know how you did it, but you managed to, over many miles, many tens of miles, guide the balloon towards the Palace of Heart's Desire. Almost presenting as the proverbial kind of Disneyland castle. You saw soaring towers, one of them perched at the top of a beanstalk, and perched as it is atop a huge precipice of rock, bordered at the bottom by clouds. You saw a massive, some 220 plus foot rounded garden actually jutting out from the base of the castle, and you head for it. Amongst this huge gardens, you see a pavilion, you see 2 towers on either edge of this walled garden, and you saw a roughly 30-foot circle of standing stones. Well, that looked like a good place to try and land you did, skillfully. And you have just touched down with something of a bump that has you all reaching for the sides and something to clutch hold of to prevent yourself falling. The balloon, still crackling, still thundering, lands within this circle of stones. You have come here, you have made it to the Palace of Heart's Desire. Maybe some way to fully escape Prismere, maybe some answers lie here in the castle of the queen of this entire domain, the ruler of it, Zabilna. A figure that you have seen only in the stasis that she seems to be in, time frozen, both of her but around her as well. A white-haired, beautiful maiden with a strange rune etched on one of her cheeks. You saw it through your crystal ball and relayed it to your friends, to your companions. Perhaps if there's a way of freeing her, you could be indebted to this powerful fey creature. Perhaps you could get answers of your destination forward. Perhaps you could be rid of the mask that has already, within the last 48 hours, has had powerful wizards from the domain known as Wrath in the continent of Horizon chasing you. You know you are being hunted for this mask. You know you are being pursued for it. They have even come to the Feywilds to try and claim it from you. Maybe you can get answers. Maybe you may get more questions. Who knows? But here you stand within the canopy of the balloon, set up a bit like a sort of, like a fast food shack, like a little shop with a counter, sliding windows, if you'll recall. And as you look out through the sliding windows, you look out onto a beautiful, mystical, mythical looking garden. But you know what's strange about it? Everything is frozen. You see across the way from your vantage point, in roughly the middle of this round, huge garden, roughly the center, you see a stream leading to a small lake, a small pond, some 50, 60 foot wide. The waters do not run, they are frozen. Here and there you see blossoms caught in the air, mid-fall, glittering somewhat, the sunlight still capturing something of the opalescent shimmering. You see lights streaming through willow trees and other beautiful plants and shrubbery all around, and where the light passes through, creating these shards of light. Rather than the blossoms and the dust in the air, it is all static, it is all still. It sparkles, but it does not move. Time here is completely frozen. Here and there you see small birds, dragonflies, butterflies, frozen in whatever their course had been. It is beautiful and weird. And here you are. So, what would you like to do?
Good flying, Scarlet.
Thank you very much.
That was a good landing.
Why is everything so still?
I was just thinking that. Look at the water and the butterflies. I think. Maybe.
Baby?
Maybe.
What? Oh.
Wesley pats you on the back as well and just goes, "That was great. I don't know how we did
Sorry,
that."
he's jumping.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. That was amazing. Was that actually a dragon that breathed at us?
I'm just gonna.
We need to discuss
pretend
this.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, that was crazy. Almost unreal.
Yeah. What are the chances?
Yeah.
Why do I know his name for some reason?
I think. Wait. Why is this everything frozen? Is it because of the time thing? I mean, you saw something around her. She was frozen, wasn't she? When
She was, yes, very frozen.
So
she could have just been very still asleep.
yeah.
Everything looks very still around here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Are you all right, my darling?
Yeah, I'm alright. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. It's so magical.
Yeah.
Are we staying in here or are we going
I
outside?
think we should go out, but like, what if? Let's just be prepared. There might be people here because obviously she's being held, so we don't know if there's going to be people guarding her or not.
All right.
Let's go cautiously.
Who's going first?
And
Okay, I go out.
Okay, you head the way. You walk out the side door out of this kind of shack at the base of the balloon. As you step out, and then one after the other step out into this garden that smells of roses and faint smell of pears and honeys. It is spellbinding. It's like you've walked into like a snow globe or something before it's been shaken. As you step out, you notice in your immediate vicinity, well, let's do some perception checks and see how much of this surrounding lush vegetation and ornamentation you notice.
20.
20, nice.
7.
7, okay.
I said 17.
What's that?
17.
17, okay, great. So with the higher score, you pick up most of these details, and then if you want, you relay it to the rest of the team. So you're inside this 10, 20, 30, 40-foot diameter circle of standing stones. There are 13 of them. And with a 20, you notice that on each of the standing stones there is a funny, like a sigil. It's not a rune that you can understand or that is familiar to you, and it certainly doesn't seem to be of a language that you understand, Rowan, but you spot it where the others don't.
Okay.
Where everyone else's gaze is further afield, looking around the trees and the just the beauty of this all at once chaotic but well-ordered garden. You see the sigils on each of the stones.
Hey, look at them funny looking sigils. What do you reckon about that?
I don't know.
Oh, he doesn't know.
What about you?
It's usually our language.
You're good at magic stuffs. Maybe you.
Well, I don't know if they're magic or not, so.
Do you want to check them
Yeah,
out?
I'll have a look.
All right, so what I want from you, Scarlett, as you go up to one of these stones, is to make an Arcana check, please.
17.
Nice, you needed a 15. So, it takes you a while. They're about a foot in diameter. Each of these stones is some 12 feet tall. Very sort of Stonehenge-y, but smaller. And each of the sigils on it is some foot long. They're complex. They're definitely arcane. It's magical. It's not a language. And if you choose to, do you want to check each of the sigils on each of the stones? Kind of like do a walk around?
Yeah.
All right, doesn't take you too long. Although it's like 40 foot, so it's a big ass circle, right? Like height of a house sideways, like in terms of how wide the circle is. I'd say it takes you a good 10 minutes to go around and examine each of them. And with that roll, even though this magic is beyond you currently, you recognize this to be a teleportation circle.
Oh.
And you also know that if you wish, you can copy down these like runes, these sigils, and if at any point in the future you find yourself in the Feywild and you have the means to teleport, you could come straight to this place if you want to. It's like a fast travel destination if you want to.
Does she need to write it down?
If you want to.
How long would that take her?
It's about another 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Scarlet,
So-
do you know what they are?
Yes, hang on. I'm just doing it.
Yeah, you see Scarlet, firstly, it takes 10 minutes as you guys are just sort of like standing there. You know, she really goes round and intricately is trying to work it out, and then goes around again, gets out some parchment and starts copying these down. You now have, and you can add this to put this, I wouldn't say an inventory, but Scarlet now has the teleportation circle of the Palace of Heart's Desire. So this is a destination with the right magic that you can kind of fast travel to, if you have the spells and the ability to do it.
Oh, yeah.
So Scarlet, there is a spell called Teleportation Circle. It's not as powerful as teleportation, which can kind of take you most places if you just know where you're going. Teleportation Circle is like a slightly lesser version that means if you have one of these locations and you cast it, you can go straight there. But you have to be on the same plane of existence, so it won't take you, if you're back on the prime material, to here. But if you find yourself in the Feywild again, this could be helpful. So it takes 20 minutes in total, and at the end of it, you feel that you've written it down, and kind of as you're writing it down, it kind of almost imprints on your memory. You almost feel the arcane just from copying it. You feel that sense of knowledge of the place, and it's the arcane imprint upon it. Has like a magical fingerprint, and it's embedded within you. So that's good.
So what you're
It
writing
was-
down?
Is it? Sorry, I'm nervous.
It's
all
alright.
It's a teleportation circle. You guys wouldn't happen to know a thing, or would you? I don't know.
No, I don't know what a
No.
teleportation circle is.
We can come here
So we.
if we're at a different place. I can make us go here if we want to. I mean, I don't actually know if I can.
That'd be
I've
pretty
got-
That's
handy.
great,
Uh,
says Wesley.
That's that would be handy.
Well done. He goes to pat you again on the shoulder and then stops and sort of. Great.
Yeah, he's
I know. I'm sorry. I touch a bit too much. I don't mean to. Just if I come your way, you can just say no touch, and I won't hug you unexpectedly. Okay. What do you guys? Well, okay. So with your 20, you noticed that, which enabled Scarlett to do that. So as you face the castle, vast, side to side, some 250 feet, and in the garden that you're in, which juts out from the castle, if you were to go to the edge of the actual walled garden and look over the wall, you would be looking down thousands of feet into clouds. But at either side of the garden, there are these two massive towers, some 60 feet in diameter, wider even than the standing stones. There is the pond that I said that is over to your, as you look at the castle, it's kind of over to your right. Mm-hmm. There is a large pond. This is a big garden. Now, with your 20 as well, it was obscured by the balloon. And I'd say Scarlett spotted this as you were walking around the circle, analysing the sigils and noting them. About 30 feet away, or the other, actually further away from the castle and from you, is a pavilion. So around, very much almost like a circus tent. It's coloured in blues and whites, and it has bunting kind of stringing it up, holding it up to the very edge of the garden. So this pavilion is near the edge of the garden itself. And it is just over from the entry gates to the garden. Okay. So if you were looking at a clock dial, where you landed is if you went to the center of the clock and went down towards 6, about halfway, that's where the standing stones are. If you carry on going down at the 6, that's where the gates to the garden are. Make sense?
Yeah.
And there's a pavilion just in from the gates, like about 30 feet from you guys. What else of interest do you see? I'd say you all see this meandering stream all the way through the garden. It kind of goes around, it gathers at the pond and then leaves the pond. There's beautiful little bridges over it with like intricate ironwork and things like that. It wouldn't be made of iron, obviously, but intricate silver work of the bridges. Stunning. Lots of weeping willows and birches and oaks. And in the far, sort of at the 10 o'clock of the clock, looking across to your left at the castle ahead of you, you see a double-walled rose garden. So those are about all the sort of things of interest. There is also, a large stone ramp that goes up from the middle of the clock up towards the 12 o'clock of the gardens that heads towards the castle. Mm-hmm. So a large stone ramp that goes up to a great pavilion, like a massive, that kind of overlooks the whole garden, and then you've got the castle itself. Mm-hmm. The area is yours to explore, to escape, to do whatever you want with.
Scarlett, when you was scrying,
yes,
she was inside.
She was in a very tall tower. I don't know how many towers are in this building.
I think
well, you
two.
saw a very tall tower, yes, for sure. The other thing, just to remind you, you also saw a cauldron.
Oh, well,
in the tower.
Oh, yeah,
we also saw a beanstalk.
We saw a beanstalk. I think I put an arrow and said corrupted.
Oh, like the
I don't
beanstalk
know
was
if
like
a beanstalk
rotten.
could be evil, but
No, like it was spiky and stuff.
oh,
I got to retcon that just in case, because my map I hadn't understood it properly then.
Oh.
She wasn't in the beanstalk. So part of your vision...
We thought
I thought what I imagined
top
was
of
the beanstalk was like curled around the tower, like growing, like ivy.
Yeah, there's one tower of the castle off, as you look at it now, off to the right. One of the towers has literally been kind of like taken out of the foundations. One of the round towers, taken out of its foundations and has gone up in a spiralling beanstalk like that.
Okay.
But in your vision, just to be clear, there's no correlation between the beanstalk tower and where you believe Zybilna to be.
Okay.
You saw a huge, like, black cauldron, like a huge black metal cauldron, and you saw her.
Okay. I just know there was a witch's pot, or a cauldron,
If you will.
yeah. and the girl.
Okay.
But she, again, was.
Did you see like the walls around her?
The
or-
wall kind of just looked like a stone wall.
Right.
It wasn't very
That's not very
specific.
specific. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I say we just go have a quick look at what that circus tent is.
The circus.
The pavilion.
Yeah. There's a tent there, right?
Yeah. Well, you guys, you talk about yourselves and you come up with a plan. You tell me when you've got what you want to do, what you all
Well, I
want to
mean,
do.
we could just go straight to a building, which I'm pretty sure is where she is. She's in a building. But we could go
Which
look
one
at.
do we reckon, though?
Well, there's a tower there, and a castle.
I thought it was a circus tent. No,
No,
the
it's like.
pavilion. Or the...
Yes.
The big tent
I'm
over
talking
there,
about-
she wouldn't know
I'm
that.
talking about buildings,
Oh, okay.
not
But we don't know if she's not going to be in
tent.
a... Yeah. Oh, actually, would Scarlett have looked close enough at the background when she was scrying to see the wall?
Let's do it as an insight check to as you go back through your memories.
8.
Damn, you don't remember. You definitely remember a cauldron, and you remember it being, I would say, because scrying mainly goes in on a person, you don't really pay that much attention to the background. I would say the background was expansive. That's about it. So she didn't seem to be in a small room. That's the most I can give you.
Hey, so how about we go check out one of these towers first, and I can send Sprocket into the tent over there to have a look around.
Okay, yeah.
Because I would rather get to her as soon as possible, if I don't want to dilly-dally too much.
Everyone give me a perception check. I just want to see who, if any of you perceive this.
22.
2.
17.
You two also hear some slight music, like minstrel playing a small violin type of music. Quite sort of gay and vibrant music,
Sprightly.
Yeah, sprightly music, but it's quite distant. It seems to be coming from either near or in the pavilion.
Okay.
Let's come over there.
Pavilion.
Why?
Because we're trying to investigate everything.
There's commonly music in the Feywild, but I thought everything was frozen here. I don't know how there could be music playing.
Well, that's why I want to go over there.
Okay, we can go there. How about I send Sprocket to the tent for, while we do that? Because it will be good to be doing two things at once.
So what's the plan?
So I'll put Sprocket down on the ground.
Okay, what's me doing?
Look, just do a little scout out of that. You see that?
The tent?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a little scout out and tell us if there's anyone in there.
Right, you're gonna do that with Finley, look through my eyes.
I might now and then. I can't remember
Okay.
how far that reaches.
Consent, please, when you're gonna do that.
Alright, how do I let you know though?
I don't know.
You'll feel it and then
I'll give you consent now.
okay, great.
Okay.
He goes off.
Yeah. How far is the range that you can look through their eyes?
200 feet.
You're familiar. Okay. And how far is the tent away?
Oh, like 30 feet away.
Okay, cool. That's cool. Alright.
Okay, so Sprocket's going to go off to the
Yeah.
pavilion. Okay. What are you guys doing with Sonnet, with Wesley, with
We'll go
Serena?
have a look at the we'll go have a look at where the music's coming from. But I think we should all stay together, especially Sonnet and Serena.
Okay. In which case, are you all happy to start moving towards the pavilion?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sprocket's a little bit ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put them 30 feet ahead of you. That's like bop, 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 bop. And there's some doors that open in a sort of that are sashed aside slightly, and she just bop, 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 and goes through.
I feel so
Alright.
productive. for doing
Are you
something.
just following behind? Are you going to go all the way up to the
Hey,
pavilion, or are you going to?
So as we walk slowly, can someone hold my hand on each side? I'm just gonna look through Sprocket's eyes quick. That means I can't really see where I'm going.
Okay, so Rowan stops, and her eyes kind of like go woof and go white as she kind of like looks up. Both of them go white as you look through Sprocket's eyes.
Yeah.
And you can communicate with them, obviously over this distance.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Okay.
You're
so
at
when
the
you
sort
put a
of
camera on a cat.
yeah, it does
You
sound
see
like
those
that.
videos?
You're at like grass level. Grass is here, right? You go in to this. It's quite a small round pavilion. I'd say some 30 foot across. And as you go in, it seems to be there's a small stage over in the far end from the doors, and on the stage there's a badger.
Well, like an actual one.
A bipedal badger
Oh.
stood up, small, like 2 foot long, 2.5 foot long, with tight breeches, big oversized boots, think Puss in Boots from the animation, playing the fiddle. There's another one at the back with a little drum kit who's just sitting there just drinking from like a round glass flask, who's not playing the drums but is just sitting. Looks like they're taking a break. You see that? Sprocket looks across, and then there's around the perimeter of the pavilion there are dozens and dozens of chairs, and they look like the sort of chairs that you're sitting on, like chairs that are put out for visitors, right? So they're wooden ones that almost look collapsible, and they're just put out for people to sit in. The sense through Sprocket's eyes is almost of a waiting room. And sitting here and there in random places, you see a few figures through Sprocket's eyes. One looks to be a sort of an oldish looking farmer with a hoe, just leaning, waiting, frozen.
Oh.
Completely frozen. In another one, a few seats along from them, you see like this, like a half-elven with crazy unwashed hair with twigs and bits of moss in it, a mass of just blonde hair just sat there like that. Again, completely frozen. Across the way, the third and only other person waiting here, you see in their silvery grey robes, sitting there like this, frozen and looking much, much older when you last saw them, and more haggard. Hat down on the floor, as if they'd taken it off, and again sitting as if bored and waiting, Enid.
Oh.
They look much older than when you last saw them. Haggard, great bags have gathered under their eyes, and they sit there frozen.
Under their breath. I think I know that one. With the old man that was on the road with us.
Yeah.
And they turn around and look out, they boink boink, and think,
I feel the old man! Oh, sorry.
Why did we send Sprocket in there? Why didn't we just go in there?
Because we didn't know what was in there. We didn't know.
Well, I think it's safe. There's a couple of badgers.
Well, have they seen you?
I don't know. It goes on. Hello!
No!
I'm just gonna walk over there.
Oh,
okay, you walk over.
Okay, I'll go first.
You're just going to go into the pavilion?
Yeah.
Okay, you see what
Rock
Sprocket
it
saw.
back up.
The music doesn't stop. The fiddler, as you come in, sees you and goes like that and just carries on playing.
I'm gonna walk over to them.
Sure.
I'll go over to Enid.
Okay. You go over to the band.
Why is everyone frozen?
Well, it's all frozen here, isn't it?
Yeah, I can
Time
see.
is frozen here.
Wow.
You like my music?
I love your music.
Thanks.
I don't know, Jordan.
That's all that they offer.
Hello?
Hi. You like my music?
Of course, but why is everything frozen?
Oh, that'll be down to them hags.
Hags froze everyone?
Yeah, I think that's it. What do you think?
Why aren't you frozen?
I think because I'm not really real.
No one's really real these days. No. What do you mean by that?
I'm clockwork.
Clock.
Touch my side. That's a play. Go on, touch my side. Poke me. Poke me. I don't mind. You could poke me.
Hey,
You wanna poke 'em?
No. Rowan, what's wrong with Enid over there?
I don't know.
I'm gonna walk
Is he
away from
frozen?
the pageant.
In complete stasis.
Hey, Enid!
Moves just, it's completely rigid and
Why is
frozen.
Enid here? How did he get here? Well, actually, maybe he tried to follow us after the dragon scenario.
Do you remember you all figured out that time works differently here? So to your
Yeah.
reckonings, some maybe heading on for upwards of 30 days will have passed in the prime material.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to investigate him closer, anyone?
Yeah.
Can I as well?
Yeah?
Yeah, I roll.
Go ahead, give me an investigation check, Scarlett, as you go.
Oh.
Go ahead. That looks cocked to me.
No!
What was that, 20?
Yeah.
That's the most cocked 20 I've ever seen.
No!
I'll allow it just once.
22.
22, okay. As you get closer and you really examine this figure that you briefly knew and who actually helped you and saved you at the when you were at Kendall, you notice barely healed, jagged wounds. One that's just coming up and showing itself above his neck here, that is scarred, but is still like barely healed. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you had to compare the Enid you're looking at now with the one that you were with, you would put this one at like 20 years older. He was already an old-looking man.
We haven't been gone for 20 years, have we?
I'd be really annoyed.
Maybe you just.
He is more
took
gaunt,
makeup
he is
off.
more thin. His hair is, rather than the almost silvery beard, is longer and stragglier.
Scarlet, can you free him? Every magic.
So what was your entire number for investigation?
22.
22, okay. Well, investigation requires like looking around and all that kind of thing. His hand is grasping his staff, which you're familiar with. You notice that his robes are kind of pulled back such that he can sit effectively, and you notice a silvery longsword, beautiful looking longsword, like nothing you've ever seen design wise. It has
Not good longsword.
a silvery platinum white pommel, the handle of it, and where the end would be, the pommel of the handle, there is instead the depiction of like a silvery dragon's head. And one hand rests on that, the other one is like his elbows on his knee and he sits like that.
Any campaign one listing?
I don't think you'd like the show. Wendell,
Yeah.
would you like that? So can you?
Take it
Would you like it? Can we even take these off?
I'm not gonna rob.
Do you want to
anyone.
try with your investigation check? You can
Scarlet,
try and
why-
I'm just gonna see if you can take things off. I'm not gonna steal from them. I just want.
It would be like trying to move you'd have to like break his fingers.
Oh.
I don't think we can.
So you can move things, but like he's frozen.
Mhm.
So his hand rests on the pommel of the blade, like this, and he's sort of clutching it, not tightly, but it's a wrapped around. So to move it, you can't sort of unbend and manipulate
Yeah.
his fingers without breaking them, which you are welcome to do. If you
Oh
want
my
to.
god, he's an old man.
I wasn't planning that. Okay, can you have a look at it? Do you know about Dragon Mask? You had one.
A dragon.
Okay, there's a dragon on this little handle. It might be.
That's
Can
beautiful.
I
It's a really nice
see?
looking
Can
sword.
I make any checks to do? Oh yeah, Wesley.
Wesley's going to give it a go.
Okay.
He doesn't recognise it.
What?
That is
Can I?
the most
Do I know
beautiful.
anything about this? Is this like used by a certain order of like?
Make a religion check.
It's my religion. Can I guidance?
Go ahead.
I hate you so. I'm talking to the dice. 10.
What you might know. No, you look at it and you think and you go, is this like a processional weapon given for a particular rank, you're thinking, or to somebody? What you definitely would know from your investigation and really considering it seems out of place for this old man, who you know to have wielded powers. He healed one of you, healed you at the castle, right? In Kendall, and it seems odd. That's all. It seems odd for somebody that presents as a sage or as a knowledgeable wizard to have such a fine blade that is not for ceremony. Like, this is not a blade. You would know that many factions create blades that are more for look than for purpose. This should just be a sword for look, but you get a very strong sense that this is a weapon of utility, a powerful.
A feeble old man with a heavy bastard sword.
It's a long sword. It's a very fine long sword. But yes, you're right.
Very long sword.
It's actually.
And its handle is long enough that it does, like, you could wield it with two hands. So yeah, actually your description's right on. I'll correct myself there, yeah.
Can I cast Detect Magic, please?
Absolutely.
I'm not even. I'm not going to even try and roll to see if I know what's going on.
You cast Detect Magic. You know the paladin's sense, divine sense. Is that always on, or do you have to do it? Could you just check
Wow,
for me?
that's the first conversation we had in the episode 1 of campaign.
Yeah, and I still can't remember the else.
No, I have to. Yeah, I have to do that.
Fair enough. Okay. So you cast Detect Magic, and immediately much of the objects.
I'm mainly looking to see what kind of magic is keeping everyone in place, by the way. Right now.
Yeah. Okay. So when you cast Detect Magic, you get a general transmutation all around, like just low level. You know, like background radiation. The sword is blinding in its power, like blinding. You're like immediately. You're like, ah, like. But it's less the light that comes off. It's more the power of the magic that comes off it is overwhelming to you. Aside the mask, it's on a par with that. The staff he's holding is very magical, and his hat is magical. He also has a few trinkets and odds and ends on him, rings and things that seem to give off duomas. Let's be specific. He's wearing 2 rings, both of which give off magic. His robes are, what's protection magic? Abjuration?
Yeah.
Abjuration magic. His hat has whatever extra planar. So it has a sense of, it gives off the same thing as your bag of holding.
Ah.
Okay? And, which is on the floor, that's on the floor. And his staff is is powerful, on a par with either of your blades, which obviously you're aware of, and so you can compare the level of the magic, but the sword is unlike, aside from the mask, anything you've ever detected.
Wow, okay. This whole place is under, like, a time freeze spell, and...
I think we did get that.
I know, I'm just, it's not just the people, it's like the entire area, but,
I'd like, Scarlet, you to make an Arcana check. This is sort of like a jog of the memory, so this can't benefit from guidance. But give me an Arcana check.
23.
23. Okay.
Or maybe 2. I think it was 22. Actually.
And also give me an insight check, please.
5.
Okay. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
So would you? How are those raccoon things not frozen?
they're, like, built.
Why didn't you poke him when you
Why didn't you poke me?
Had enough of him.
Oh,
He was just saying the
He
same
can hear
stuff.
you right now.
He was just saying the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah, asking you to poke him and poke him and poke him and you didn't poke him. That would annoy me as well.
Yeah, I would just poke him.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, if I asked you a couple of times to do something and you didn't do it, I would get annoyed with you.
He doesn't seem annoyed
You
though.
didn't
The
get very
raccoon.
annoyed.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, he's not a raccoon,
I
is
must
he? He's a
say-
badger.
I must say that sword that Enid's got is
That one?
insanely magical.
That is awesome.
Maybe that's
That's
how
that's not a surprise. Look at it. It's
Exactly.
beautiful.
Exactly.
It's nice and shiny.
Don't even think about it.
More to the old man than we thought.
Yeah.
I I kind of
Why does he
assumed
look
he'd be
so-
pretty powerful.
Did you? Just from the outset?
Just he always did magical spells. So I
Well,
thought-
you're our magician, so
I'm
we expect
not
that
a
of you.
magician.
Well, you know what I mean.
I'm a sorcerer. I don't.
You're a
pull rabbits
sorcerer
out-
then.
I don't pull rabbits out of hats.
No, we've seen what you pull out. Fire. We appreciate it. We appreciate it, by the way. That's not a diss.
Okay.
Alright, guys, what do you want to do?
We should probably.
Oh, well, we can't just leave him. Why is he just here? We can't
Well,
just
there's
leave
not much we
him.
can do about it
What-
unless we carry him on his chair with us. But he's gonna be really heavy.
Oh yeah, I was like trying to our back like a backpack.
He's like a statue at the moment. I don't know if he weighs more.
Can we
but-
just leave him here for now?
Alright.
Well, maybe we should put like a sheet over him so no one knows he's.
A sheet over him.
I don't know. I don't want
Yeah,
to
maybe.
try and take him. Look at that little weapon he's got. What if someone saw that and tried to take
Well,
it
you'd
off
have
of
to
him?
break his fingers.
Yeah,
he
but
looks so
if it was
old.
a random guy.
Right? He looks older than last time. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't just look like he had some bad night's sleep.
Maybe that dragon really took a number on him.
Still, like.
Oh, that when you came through to me.
Yeah.
Yes. This is the man.
I only heard it, I didn't see it, but if it's as vicious as you were describing, it lay you two low, didn't it?
Yes. I mean, and you
I
got hurt,
died, but then this old guy brought me back to life.
Oh, really?
And this guy's
Yes.
Enid, you
I
say.
didn't really
Isn't
know that bit.
Oh,
Oh, well, I was like,
you were a bit caught up in a lot of affairs.
yeah. Yeah, this is Enid. For those who don't know. I mean, we're gonna find a way to take the spell off of Zabilnir, so
Maybe
hopefully that will come off of Enid as well. But I don't think the key is in here. Can I do another can I like look around the tent more though to see if there's anything else apart from all these
Make an investigation check.
13.
No, you don't really spot anything that I haven't already described.
Okay. Alright.
The band is still playing. The drummers taken up their sticks after their little break. So that's kind of violin, and they're not drumsticks. They're like those little wooden beaters,
Yeah.
like do 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 do, boom do 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 do. It's
Look,
like
we can
that.
leave Enid here with this nice music. And
Doesn't look like anyone's coming in to break his fingers, so let's go free.
An old fiddle. That's rubbish.
yeah, I don't know, it slaps so
That's
hard.
huge. That's like a double bass or something. That's on a single violin, damn it.
Oh, well, maybe we'll
That
stay
one-
here.
That one, yeah, that one's fire. Maybe we should just stay here. Alright, I mean, no, that's not my accent. Alright,
Hey, I'd like everyone to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh!
please.
Oh.
10.
Oh,
How much?
10.
8.
3.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
dear. Is this to see if we get frozen? Oh no. Oh no.
As you're here in this room,
Oh
everything around you feels like it starts to get quicker.
no. Just Wendell or me as well.
You're the only one aware of this, unless you want to share it with the group. And to you guys, Wendell seems slower.
I think I'm getting hard in the time spell.
Well, then maybe.
Are you joking? Or are you being
He's pulling on
serious?
them.
Remember, he's a companion, like he's a friend and companion. So there'll be some times when your natural sarcasm tells him it's inappropriate, mate.
Okay, I'm not.
Oh no, you can't get stuck as well. Look, let's do some exercise, maybe we'll free you up.
Maybe
Jumping
we need to
jacks,
get
go.
out of the tent. Maybe that's what's doing.
Oh no! Wait, can you like counter spell it or I don't know.
I can cast a spell. I don't know if I can do it.
And counterspell, you have to see a spell being cast to use that.
Spell's already been cast.
So you got -1 on everything.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Everything.
Every
Begins with a
single
-1. It's not hugely slower, you're just a little bit slower. You know, like on YouTube when you go -0.25.
Yeah.
It's
That-
like that.
Not that much. Are you sure?
That's the most.
It's like a quarter
No,
slower.
it's not. Okay.
A quarter slower.
Let's get out of this tent. Maybe it's this tent.
You can talk as you normally would if you choose, and we'll all get the drift of it, or you can go full out with this, and we'll appreciate that too.
Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
You're like way behind her.
So your movement has gone down to about 22 feet around, rather than 30. So you're a little slower. You're a little slower.
Alright.
Okay.
Come
Well,
on, slow poke.
it's not my fault. You guys are moving so much quicker than normal. You guys are normally the slow one.
Look, where is the source of this spell coming from?
Okay, so you're leaving the pavilion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, do you still have that detect magic?
Yeah, it should be.
Can you
slow.
not see where it's coming from?
The cold, maybe.
Okay, look up at the tower.
That's a good.
It was everywhere. So it sort of suffuses in everything, like ether, like smoke everywhere. Everything seems to be affected by the stasis.
Told you we should have killed that hag.
Okay, well, we
What?
don't know for
When?
sure if it was that one or a different one.
Well, it was probably. Well, it could have been that one. It could have been.
Yeah, but we needed Sabina or Bilna with us to beat that hag, because that hag is made
Yeah,
very
yeah,
powerful
more
people.
powerful.
Like,
So we need the person that's being frozen by the hags in order to beat
Oh.
the hags.
we
So
don't
guys,
know-
you've left the pavilion. You find yourself back out in the garden.
Yeah.
You're looking towards the standing stones where the balloon, the storm within it now is way smaller. Like it's just like a small little, but it is deflating in many ways with its power. Beyond that, you see the large pond, again in stasis. Off to your far right, you've got the closest to you of the two towers that are that flank the garden, if you like.
I'll go look in the pond.
Okay, it's a bit of a walk. Are you all going to go over there?
It's just a pond. So.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
It was
All
like
right.
I'm running a marathon.
Well, make sure, if you're making decisions, it's great if everyone's on board this.
Yeah.
So Sonic comes and puts her arm through you, and you walk arm in arm as you walk through the 7 or 8 oak trees that are, again, some of the leaves are just caught in mid-descent. It's weird and beautiful as you walk through this copse of trees over to this large pond. There are lily pads over it, and here and there you see a frog in mid-jump caught with just a few droplets of water still glistening in the light as it goes through mid-jump. Dragonflies and butterflies in stasis over the pond. It is weird. The light through the trees here creates those strands of light, those shards of light. Again, it's almost as if you've stepped into a painting or something in 3D. It seems odd. And especially the water, where there are slight ripples, they are still. And the water seems solid somehow.
Weird.
So is that all we see at the pond?
Well, you're in front of this large pond for now. That's all you see. Does anyone want to do anything here?
Can I see how deep the pond goes?
Okay, well, where you are at the edge of the pond,
Yeah.
it's obviously quite shallow.
Yeah.
You're not sure how deep it
Oh,
gets.
okay.
You can step into it if you want to.
No, I won't step into it. I will touch it and see what it feels like when it's frozen.
You put your hand in it, it's like dough. So your hand goes into it, and you pull it. You can pull it out and like manipulate
Guys,
it,
look at this!
and it's like it's like pancake dough.
Oh,
Throw it
It's
at
so
me.
weird, and it doesn't quite get you wet in the same way. It's like it's solid, and as you put it back over the
Oh
pond,
no, I throw it away.
it kind of it falls down. It falls back down onto it, and then
Yeah.
as you do that, a little way off, about another 5 feet further out into the thing, a white hand comes out of the water. And as it comes out, it is. Okay, you decide it's terrifying. It's terrifying. A white hand comes out, and it's holding a crown of silver needles. Thousands of them coming out of it, and it comes out and it's holding a crown of silver needles. It comes out of the water, it stays there.
Oh my
There's a
god.
dead. There's definitely in the pond, guys. Oh my god, it's really painful. tail.
You all see that where the hand underneath the water, there are these sort of moving black fish, small, hundreds of them, and they seem to coalesce into a weird shape of a body that comes out as the hand that comes out of the water, that though is like white and almost skeletal in how thin it is.
Okay, I don't even know what to believe.
What? Come over here.
Just holds the crown.
Hey.
Triggered somewhat by you touching the water, so it would seem.
Does anyone have any rope?
I'll touch the water more.
It persists.
Okay.
Let me go grab that.
No, you're too slow for that, mate.
If you growing should pick it up. You're the one that found it.
It's a crown of needles.
What is that?
I have no idea. Like
How far out is it?
Like 5 feet.
I'm just going to reach over and grab it.
Okay, you take the thing. I mean, it hurts. There's so many needles. It hurts. Not enough to cause you damage, but you realise like you probably would have to keep switching hands. If you held it like this for too long, it would be painful.
Put it on my head.
As you touch it,
Oh.
you hear the following in your. It feels like it comes to you along the wind. Oh, there's a picture of the castle. I didn't know there was. Brilliant. Oh, that's fantastic. There you go.
Whoa,
Nice.
that's really cool. Wow, that does look like.
And that's sort of your view from the garden as well. So that's what you see. That's great.
Is it that kind of time or is it brighter?
I'd say it's about that time, like this perpetual twilight. Okay, so Wendell, you hear the following.
Hang on, I'm hearing things.
That's so weird.
One or many of you may even wish to write this down. You hold this crown of weird silver needles, sharp needles, and on the wind, Wendell, you hear the beginning of whenever, the end of ever after, the start of an age, the finale of every moment, the first in history. And there is emphasis given to the words whenever, ever after, age, moment, and history. Those words in particular are given extra like emphasis as this voice like a breeze in your mind. Do you say it out loud?
Yeah, I heard that, guys.
Wendell says these words for you. The beginning of whenever, the end of ever after, the start of an age, the finale of every moment, the first in history.
Oh, sorry, is he saying this out loud to us?
Yeah.
Cool. Like, like a
Like, is it like
Rap?
a riddle?
yeah.
It might be a riddle. It sounds like a
No, it
riddle.
didn't say why am I.
What the? Well, I thought.
Sounds like a riddle.
So, but there's emphasis on whenever, ever after, age, moment, story. Whenever. ever
What do the
after,
first
age,
letters of those
It
words spell
says
out?
wrath. Well, no, what the poem said. Poem or riddle? What are we deciding it is?
Oh my
Riddle.
God, she's so clever. Say that again. Don't be shy, love. You figured something out. What did you say?
Wrath.
How?
Beginning of whenever is W, end
Oh
of ever
my.
after is R, start of age is A, finale of every moment is T, and then the last
How?
one is first of history, which is H.
Well, I'll be.
Immediately.
Well done,
I
Scarlett.
don't get it.
Yeah.
That's excellent. What does it mean?
Starting letter of whenever is
Did he say what it meant?
What is
the
he?
end of that.
Wrath.
Oh.
Well done. Taking inspiration. That was excellent.
I mean, I tried to do that, but I looked at it wrong.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that.
Well, you did hear it.
I don't get where the
Did
R
they say
comes
anything
from.
else?
That's it. And then as you continue to hold it, there's a pause, and then it just like again, it's a whisper in your head. It starts again.
Stop. Wrath.
And by the way, as you take the thing, the hand goes back under the water,
Oh.
and the fish go away.
That's freaky.
So you have a silver crown of needles.
Maybe.
The answer is wrath.
Are you gonna
We'll give it
maybe?
to. I mean, Scarlet figured it out.
Alright, here you go,
I don't
catch.
know.
That's just mean, man.
You want to put it on?
Not really.
Alright,
Like,
Jesus.
does anyone have gloves?
No.
Just put it
No,
on.
Nothing happens
Does it
other
look-
than it hurts.
Say
yeah.
wrath.
Why do we have this word? What do we do with this
I
word?
don't hold this. Put this in the bag.
Say wrath.
Put it in the bag of
I
holding.
don't want to wrap.
You can sort of like just hang it off your belt.
Okay.
It's gonna poke you.
It's just uncomfortable. It's not damaging. It doesn't hurt you. I mean, it doesn't cause any damage, but it just, you know, after about a minute of holding it, it gets a bit unbearable. Okay. What would you like to do now?
Why didn't it accept our correct answer?
Well, maybe it was something else.
Yeah.
So you are closest now from where you stand now at the edge of this pond. The next nearest sort of landmark that you've already perceived is the right-hand tower that flanks this garden.
Okay, is that the one with the beanstalk? With the.
No.
Okay. Alright, well, that's the next closest thing.
The tall tower.
That one.
That one.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that might be a
quiet.
cool way to take us to the other one anyway.
Okay, this tower doesn't have a kind of a lid to it, a top to it. So it has buttresses around, battlements around the top. But from out of it, you can see sort of like a canopy growing of trees and things like that.
Oh.
It is covered in vines and mosses. It looks more organic than stone. As you get close to it, you see a massive arched, some 10 foot wide, 15, nearly 20 foot tall arched entryway to this tower that is open, doorless. And through it, you see the fact that my music has stopped. Through it, you notice that it is rich with botanics and trees and shrubs and flowers within, like packed with them. Over the top of this tower, bear with me 2 seconds. Just need to check my notes for something here. Over the top of this tower, you see a bronze placard. And written upon it, carved in, is the word wrath.
Oh!
Like from earlier.
Do we say it to it, or is it just like the right place?
You stand now in front of the tower, but not within it, looking into the almost the jungle inside this tower. What would you like to do?
Let's go in.
I've got no idea.
He's
Oh yeah, let's go.
we should.
I'm starting to feel the heebie-jeebies. I'm going to stay outside.
Jeeves. Sonnet, can you stay out with Wesley?
All right. I'll just keep guard.
Okay.
We'll say that roughly 20 minutes has passed since the pavilion, in terms of the stop at the pond and all of those kind of things. I'd like everyone to make another Constitution saving throw, please.
That was a cock, sorry.
15.
You're back up to normal speed.
Oh, I'm back up to normal speed.
24.
Great. Okay, you're fine.
Alright, we're going.
Serena has slowed down somewhat.
And she's not coming.
Serena-
And stays
yeah.
outside with Sonnet.
Yeah.
Okay, you walk in. It's filled, like I said, with hawthorns, and it's like a thicket of brambles and hawthorns and plants and climbing vines and all sorts. And at the heart of this tower, in the centre, upon a pedestal, this kind of iron stand, stands a hart, a deer, a great
Oh, a deer.
great stag. That's what the hart is, right? The
Yeah,
hart
yeah,
is, is a great stag. It is beautiful, almost celestial in appearance. And as you come in,
Is it frozen or?
it looks towards you.
I do define sense.
Hi.
Yeah, Faye.
Okay, that's okay.
And it looks towards you, and
Hey, I can cast speak with animals, but if it's a fae, does that count? A fae creature, fae animal?
welcome, travellers.
It speaks on its own, okay?
Kneel in my presence immediately.
All right.
With whom am I speaking?
Do you get down?
Yeah.
You kneel down straight away? What do you two do?
I'll kneel as well.
Sure. I kneel.
Make charisma checks, all three of you, please.
15.
You gonna do guidance?
No.
What?
15?
Where is?
It takes 10 seconds to go.
Oh, it's up there. Wait. Is
Charisma check is just add your charisma modifier. It's not a skill check. It's just
Oh,
a.
okay, I don't know what my charisma.
So you've got +5
Oh, right,
on
sorry.
charisma. It's your
Yeah.
best stat.
19.
Nice. Okay.
I got 20.
15.
We are wrath.
Greetings.
I am satisfied. Sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say hi.
We are wrath.
We? Who's we? Is there anyone else?
We are we.
Oh.
Did I just say we?
Oh,
I'm a bit confused. Why did I kneel for this guy?
Well,
Hello?
Can we stand up now?
I am satisfied.
Cool.
Sorry, we are satisfied. My bad. We are satisfied.
Is it alright we have a look around this really pretty tower? This shrubbery is really beautiful.
It does not occur to us that you are here to look at shrubbery.
Oh. Actually, we're looking for someone called Zabilna.
Yes.
Do you know where she is?
One moment.
No problem.
This is her palace. We are here to filter the guests.
Oh, I see. Would you permit us entry to her palace?
Do you have an appointment?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's not like maybe.
kind of.
Oh, it depends. We have an appointment with Destiny.
You speak in riddles.
Yeah, I mean, like the pond with the rhythm. We got like this weird thorny crown from the pond. It had the name of your building on it. So I don't know if it's yours, maybe.
It's not very nice to hold because it's made of needles.
What would you do with it then?
I don't know. I just thought we needed it for something. I'll just put it back in my belt.
We
Don't
did-
be shy, little one.
I don't know what it's for. Is it yours? It's probably not yours because how would you wear it? You have horns. I'm just thinking, like, how would it go on your head?
Well, you could try.
Do you want to try to put a needle?
You're the one with the crown.
I found it in this garden.
And the answer to the
Why do you
riddle was
find it?
wrath. And
It walks up to you. It's very tall. Just goes. Well, be decisive, Redskin.
Oh.
Well, okay then. Are you sure? Because
Brings his head in.
it
Yeah.
might hurt. It might hurt a bit, but there you go.
Okay, you put it on his head. Okay, as you put it on their head, it transforms.
Oh,
And it turns golden. And it turns into a golden leaf crown that sits perfectly on the deer's, sort of between the antlers and on its head, and kind of melds to the top of its head.
perfect.
Oh, it looked way better on you than it did on me.
Yeah.
You found a key,
Okay.
and this key will give you access to certain parts of the tower, a way for Zabilna to control who comes and who goes.
Why'd you leave it in the pond?
Why does anybody do anything?
Oh, for a good reason.
Well, you would have to ask her. I have not seen her walking the gardens in a while.
Yeah, she's frozen.
Do you know about this time freeze and stuff? Do you leave this tower? Or do you stay here?
No, this is my realm.
Okay. I see. So
I'm
basically...
frozen.
Yeah, so basically, like, this whole tower, So basically, there were like these 3 hags, and they've taken over what was Prismy, and they was like, I don't want you to be the ruler, and we want to be the ruler. So they kind of they put Zybilna in a stasis, and so now she can't move, and now the hags are ruling.
And are you here in some way to ease this burden upon the realm?
We're trying to free Zybilna.
Well, then that would explain why you have the key. And that key that you have placed upon my head will grant you access to areas not allowed to those that wait in the pavilion.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Do we have to take it back off your head then? Or can you just leave it on your head and
You come with us.
You want my crown back?
Oh, but you said
it was a key.
It is a key.
Okay.
I grant you access.
Oh, okay.
I see.
It is granted by my words. You now have access.
Okay.
I'll say it again. You now have access.
Thanks.
Brilliant!
Alright,
Great.
how do we get to Zybilna?
Well, you have given me information that hitherto I did not know of her being, as you call it, frozen. So I cannot speak
She's
to
on
that.
the top floor.
We don't know that.
She's probably on the top floor of a building.
Make a charisma check. Persuasion check then.
Oh. 11.
I could not say, for I do not leave this tower, where she may be.
Thanks.
That's alright. Well,
You'll have to look around.
thanks for your
As I
help
said,
so far.
you'll get access to areas unallowed to others.
Here you go. Apple.
Give me a persuasion check.
17. Thanks
Come
for
over
your
and smells it.
help.
And
Thanks
then
for
kind of
your
like butts you a little bit. Go, strange travellers.
help. Okay. Thanks. Wait, what's your name, by the way?
We are Wrath.
Oh, you are Raph. Okay, got it. Got it.
Okay.
Bye, Raph.
Bye.
Bye. Quick break. Wrath says, you mean to enter the castle, the palace itself.
I don't know if Zybilna's in there.
You may use the door you see in their head. They turn towards a door in the interior of the tower that is north out of this tower. That will lead you to a walkway that leads into the palace proper.
Brilliant.
Alrighty then.
Thanks for your help, Ralph. Good day.
Everyone sounds so bored.
It's just the light blinking at sleep.
Alright.
Good day. Let's go.
This door, over it, you see immediately the utility of the crown now. For the door that you head towards, so the crown turned into sort of hearts, like heart-shaped leaves. And over the top of this door, there is a smaller placard that has one of those leaves over it. And as you get close to it,
Oh, well, I'll call for Wesley.
sure, they come
Yeah,
in.
okay.
They come with you and catch up. This door just opens somewhat as you approach it, all of you.
Amazing. Some great architecture.
Are you, I can't tell.
I'm not being sorry.
Okay. Okay.
How you feeling there, buddy?
Whoa.
Says Wesley.
I'm alright.
Okay, no, just checking in. We've got to check in with each other. You were a little bit slow earlier.
Wesley tries to show any affection. Whoa.
Everyone wants to keep him at arm's length. Okay.
Oh.
Thought I had new friends, but okay, that's fine.
No, I'm sorry, Wesley. I'm okay. How about you?
I'm good. I think this place is beautiful.
You have biscuits, Wesley?
Yeah,
Wesley, what the hell?
elf bread.
Where from?
Hard touch.
Try some. He hands you some elf bread.
Okay.
Try some. It's delicious.
Yeah.
You immediately feel like you've had a full, beautiful, lovely dinner. You feel satiated and energized.
Wow.
You don't need to eat for 24 hours.
Why would anyone eat anything else?
Yeah.
Why is there
Exactly.
Why is there world hunger?
I don't think there is. What do you mean world hunger?
Why is he eating more?
I just love it.
I've seen like homeless people.
You're gonna be so full.
Where is the world hunger?
Like the homeless people.
Well, that's different from being hungry.
They're probably hungry though.
You're right, we should take some elf bread to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should.
Should we do that when we get back to
Yeah.
our world?
Make
Where'd
other
you
food.
get, where'd you get elf bread from?
The elves, probably.
Yeah, but how do you
Right on.
do you bake beyond? How do you know elves?
I know loads of elves.
Okay.
Who made,
You're an elf,
Yeah, but I don't make elf bread.
but like a fairy elf.
Yeah.
Who made the bread?
I don't know.
Oh.
I thought you knew loads of elves. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Let's just go to the stevedore.
Why is there any? Why when I go into a food shop, is there other food than?
Because you might
food
wanna
that just
cook.
Makes me instantly have a full day.
You might want different flavours, mate.
Yeah, it won't. We all know that.
I think this is magical. I don't think it's just like baked in an oven. So I think it's rare because it has magic.
There's gotta be a way to mass produce it.
Stop thinking like that.
Yeah,
no,
no,
you just want to make money.
Because
You take
There.
special out.
As you're talking, you're entering a servant's quarters.
Oh, we go through like the servants' corridor.
But you carried on talking as you were entering it.
Yeah.
So you walk into a servant's quarters. It's candlelit workroom. It's got tables, dressers, bunks for the palace staff. You all deduce. 5 goblins are frozen in place like statues, wearing sort of the kind of clothing that
Chores.
servants would, caught in mundane chores, and completely frozen in time. One of them's ironing, another's darning socks, another's trying to fold sheets, and the sheet is in mid flap out in the air.
damn. Why do the doors open? But
And there's, as is typical in servants' quarters, they have to be summoned, and so there is an entire row of golden bells along one wall, with intricate wires connecting them to the ceiling and on through the palace.
So wait, does that mean there's lots of doors out of here?
No, only one.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me. There are 2 sets of doors. As you walk in, this is an odd-shaped chamber. It sort of looks like a squared-off figure 8. So if you squared the sides of an 8, and then turned it a quarter, it's like that. And you come in the bottom of one of those 8s.
Yeah.
So it goes round and up, and there's doors over there, and there's doors in the far top part of the 8.
Okay. Wait, is Wrath's not with us anymore?
They cannot leave the town, no.
Okay. Alright, so which way should we get? Should we do eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
We could read the labels underneath the bells.
Sorry, can I just do a quick retcon? It wasn't a heart above the door, it was a heart. I read it badly. So the door that you just came through into here
Yeah.
had a deer. It had the stag over the door,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and it opened for you.
Right. Okay. So can we look at these doors, and see if there's any other, like, I don't know if they have any placards or...
Sure. You go over to the ones closest to you, and they are a set of double bronze doors. They have a placard with a lion over the top of it.
Okay.
do we have to befriend a lion?
Well, maybe.
That's a little bit
They
scary.
do not open on your approach, and there seems to be no door or opening no handle or knob or anything that seems to be open these doors.
Okay, well, we'll try the other ones then.
Okay, go towards the top doors, and these do open.
Yes.
They have the deer over the top, and they open into a room that is filled with a massive part of like beanstalk vine
Oh.
in here. I'll read you a little description of this place. This seems to be, or would be, kitchens, except that, well, you see a massive, as you come in, you see a huge cake, like 8 foot tall, multi-tiered cake in the middle of the room, upon a large round table in this kitchen, You see a stove, an assortment of mismatched cupboards, work tables, all nothing matching particularly at all. You see 8 pixies suspended in midair around the cake, each wearing a chef's hat and a flour-stained apron, just in mid-flight mode. 6 of the pixies squeeze cloth tubes that have icing coming out of them. Again, everything frozen. The other 2 hold armfuls of tiny crimson candles. Thick creepers. This seems to be from the beanstalk. So you're on that side of the castle as you're entering. Thick creepers with broad leaves encroach on the kitchen through a partially open door in the middle of a concave wall. The roots stretch across the floor and coil around the large table, but not around a smaller rectangular wheeled table that has 3 trussed up giant rats on it. That's all you see within this room.
Was it someone's birthday or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big cake.
Celebrating not being frozen.
Oh, that's a little bit off.
Yeah, well,
That's distasteful.
Yeah, they're already frozen still.
Yeah, no, there's nothing to celebrate.
Can we see the? Well, this looks like a kitchen. I don't think.
Is there any doors in this room?
Any what?
Any other doors?
Yeah, excuse me. In terms of ways out, completely over the opposite side, you have, as you look through, so the cake is sort of ahead of you and slightly to the right, and then as you look to the far end of this, it's a big kitchen. It's like 50 feet long. So you're looking a long way. There's 2 sets of double doors almost next to each other. There's about 10 feet between them. So one to the left and one to the right ahead of you.
Okay, well, we're pretty sure.
Where's Televar?
What?
Didn't you say he was going to come over here?
He was heading back to the Summer Queen.
Oh, yeah. I got them mixed up.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
What is the difference? So the Summer Queen is an Archfey,
I
and
thought
Zabilna
this was
also? Like, is she the...
Maybe there's just a few queens.
Maybe together they're, I don't know, like a double arc or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, full arc, or maybe just 2 arches, or I don't know how to call the arc.
Yeah.
Did you say double A?
I always just think Arch just means that they're really powerful.
But what was
to
that?
me, I thought like it meant like.
Oh,
I don't know,
okay.
What, like literal? Is everything literal to you? What's the an Arc wizard, an Arc mage?
Well, like a big boat, maybe.
A boat.
Like
Oh.
they command a
Like
boat.
a big boat. Like an arc.
Oh, ARK. No, it's ARCH.
I didn't know.
Arch.
Oh, okay. See, spelling's everything when it comes to this kind of stuff, anyway.
Yeah.
At that, Wesley goes over to the cake and like puts his finger in some of it and pulls a bit off. I've got to try. I'm sorry. And taste some
You're
of
gonna
it.
be poisoned.
It's delicious.
Dude, you've
I
eaten
feel really
so
bad.
much already, mate.
He takes a little bit of the icing from one of that's in midair and sort of tries to build it back a bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Now your finger's all over it.
That's gross.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
That's gross, Wesley. While I'm saying this,
Stop being mean
I'm
to
grabbing
Wesley.
like a cake knife.
Okay, yeah, you find one of those cake sort of trowels. You want to cut yourself a meat slice?
Yeah.
Okay, you have temporal stasis cake. I don't know what that
Oh.
means, but you have cake that is frozen in time that you can eat if you'd like.
This is never gonna go off.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna wrap it up.
Great, okay, you wrap it up. Yeah, you find some greaseproof paper. It's at this point, I'd like perception checks, please.
Oh dear.
18.
Okay, just 7.
10.
Then you hear some clattering and noise that sounds sort of a bit like
Oh.
it's coming from quite a way away. And 18, I would say, would pinpoint it through the right-hand double doors.
That is awful. What is that noise?
He points it out to you, and with some tuning in, you all hear that. Some distant, clattering-y eating sounds.
Someone's chowing down. Wait, to the right-hand side doors, did you say?
Yeah,
Do they have a stag above them as well?
they do.
Okay, so that's our route. So we're gonna have to go that way.
Oh. I think we're going through the
Stag doors.
Yeah.
You gonna walk through?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You enter what is undoubtedly the dining hall. It is huge, some 100 foot long. It's an enormous dining hall. And as you walk in, as the doors sort of crack and open for you, you see paintings of fey creatures. The mounted heads of majestic elk with golden horns decorate the walls of this massive dining hall. In the middle of the hall, a huge, deformed giant squats at the head of a table piled with food. The grease-stained tablecloth is pulled half off the table and tucked in like an enormous, long, greasy napkin under the giant's chin and tied around the back. And she washes down each slobbering mouthful of food with a gulp from a barrel of beer.
Nice.
A tea cart in one corner of the banquet hall has an iron kettle and a tureen of steaming soup resting on dollies atop it. That's what you see as you enter.
Do continue. Don't let us ruin your feast. Continue. We don't want any of you.
Where's my cake?
Oh yeah, I'll go grab it. Whoopsie daisy.
Do you go grab it?
Yeah, we'll go.
Okay, it's on a massive round table on wheels.
Yeah, we'll go get it for you.
Get my cake!
God. Yep.
They're huge. This is like an 18-foot tall, purple skin. This giant has massive rounded warts and lumps, and there's no symmetry about their joints. Everything's sort of off and ugly and deformed. As you two run out to get the table, at that, Wesley just slowly kind of like takes an arrow out of his thing and is just going, Scarlet, be ready just in case this doesn't look friendly. Okay, you wheel the cake in?
Yeah.
They smash the table! Bring it!
No problem. Here's your cake. I hope you enjoy it. We put a lot of care into it.
Both of you make, either both of you make a persuasion check or one of you and one help the other. It's up to you.
I'll go +6.
So I'll help
Help
you.
me.
Persuasion.
Can I do guidance?
I help you.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, 25.
25. Good! As you bring the cake up, this 8-foot tall cake, this huge, she just grabs it in a couple of purple warty hands and just like start stuffing it down.
Great, we'll let you eat your cake in peace. We're just gonna go this way and prepare, your
Don't go anywhere!
next course.
You're gonna bring me more! I want more cakes like this! Blah! She does a massive belch in all your faces
Well, you haven't
like the wind puts her hair back.
You haven't even finished this one yet. Maybe do that and you might be full up. How about
Well,
that?
because you're 25, she just goes, I'm nearly finished! Be ready with more!
Alright, we're gonna be in the other room getting ready. Where's the next door?
Let me see. I can do
Do I look around the room? Is there an exit to this room?
There is, on the other side of her,
Okay, I'm going to
at the other end.
go to
we
walk
go
over
to the
there.
kitchen. On the
Okay,
other-
so you start walking over there, she moves a leg out, like to block your way. This huge, massive, wide leg. Just goes, where are you going, ugly?
Oh, I left my apron in that room.
Deception check.
12.
She's going to make an attack roll. Roll initiative,
Oh.
please.
Okay.
She's not pleasant.
She is not a pleasant woman. 11.
11. Okay, with that, she picks up a club and just goes,
Shit.
back to the other end of the room, you weights! And goes to hit you.
Okay.
That's a 13 to hit.
Miss.
You just managed to jump over the club. This huge, like, tree trunk style club. Woof, you just managed to, woof, tumble yourself up in the air as it flies underneath you, land on the floor. She goes, get back over there! Do you want to ensue combat with her?
Yes.
Okay, it's on. Everyone roll initiative. You are fighting Dubforgale the Fomorian.
Oh.
10.
10?
23.
22.
23.
I'm a dexterous motherfucker.
Alright, roll for Sonnet, please.
Oh.
And for Serena. What did you roll? Initiative? 12?
11.
11, okay.
14 plus whatever Sonnet has. She has a plus.
Alright, okay.
And Serena. Oh, 19.
How useful.
Yeah, useful without dying.
Okay. Let's change the music up because this isn't going to do it, is it? Let's have some Feywild combat. We'll do this one Theatre of the Mind. Okay, this says it's Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Feywild combat music.
Feywild.
So let's see. Oh, she gets up. Yeah, you serve me. I don't serve you. You get to go first as you're just standing there. You are some 15 feet from her. As you just see this thing get up, towering 3 times the height of the tallest amongst you, which is probably Wendell, or probably you actually. 3 times your height, gets up, bringing the tablecloth with it. There's clang, 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 as cutlery and stuff falls everywhere. You serve me.
We ain't having this attitude.
Okay, fire.
Okay, first one is 18 to hit.
Bear with me 2 seconds. That hits.
Second attack is a natural 20.
Nice. All right, give me the non-crit damage first.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, 9.
9 damage.
Yep.
Okay. Doesn't even register the hit.
Okay. The natural 20 is 12, 16.
16. That one, you know, they register. She registers a slight hit to okay. End of your go, or do you wanna back off, move in? We're 15 feet away at the moment.
15. Okay. Can I try and get to the other side? I'm gonna I use my bonus action to face step.
Past them?
Yeah, to the other side of them.
Okay, you'll be 15 feet on the other side
That's
of them.
fine. Because I'm in summer. So she takes fire damage equal to my proficiency bonus.
Is there a range to that?
Oh yeah. She's 15 feet with it.
You can bounce closer to her if you want, behind her if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll bounce within 5 feet.
Okay, right behind her.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. She
takes
takes
5 damage, so she takes 3.
3 points of fire damage. Nice, all adds up. Good.
By the way, it was my turn before, and then everyone had to roll initiative, and then suddenly it wasn't my turn anymore. So
True. Go for it.
Okay, good. I'm gonna move over to her and make 2 attacks.
Go ahead.
First hit is a.
This is sort of before Rowan does what she's just done.
15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, cool. And the second hit is a natural 20.
Okay, so you jump over the club, land, and you going double swords?
Yep.
Right.
Okay, so the first hit is 8 points of. I guess that's radiant damage.
Well, that's your offhand, isn't it? So these are all Frostbrand attacks.
No, I did. Wait, so I make 3 attacks?
Well, no, if you want to make a third attack, that's your bonus action with the Sunblade.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So these are all Frostbrand, and then you can go bonus action Sunblade.
Right. So that's whatever I said. 8 points of damage plus
8 slashing, nice.
plus 6 cold damage. The second hit is 12 points of slashing damage plus 3 points of cold. I'll make a
Nice.
sunblade attack now.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, that was a natural 20 though, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Did you give me all the damage for that? Okay, great.
That's another crate.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm not joking.
Go ahead. All right, nice.
You didn't have that so
yeah, that was so.
That
Oh,
is
by the way.
another.
I was about to make a big deal out of it. 11 points of slashing damage. Wait, hang on. I'm really bad at math right now.
Right now.
Add up.
19 points of slashing damage. And 4 points. No, damn, it's a sunblade. It doesn't. Okay, yeah. 19 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Well, Sunblade only does radiant, doesn't it?
Radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Nice. Okay, cool. We got it. In one attack, that was pretty badass. You did over 50 points of damage there. That was great. So back to that happens. Rowan does then. So next up is Doob for Gale.
Dude, okay.
And she is going
Who's
to.
Gale? That's good.
She's going to use Curse of the Evil Eye.
Oh.
Please don't curse me with your evil.
She's going to pick. She can't see you anymore. So it's going.
Oh.
So it's going to go. There is 5 people in play here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. 5.
Sure, I make 3.
She targets Wesley with this, with Evil Eye. He needs to make a DC 14 Charisma save, which he
gets +3.
How come?
He's next.
What's the range of that though? 10 feet?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll allow. In which case he makes it by 1. He needed 14, he rolled 12. It takes 68 psychic damage, but is protected 68
Hello.
psychic damage. Halved, because he succeeded. 13, 14, 15, 22, half to 11. Alright, as it looks at this huge, it's got one big bulbous yellow eye and a little one that kind of, the eye opens even wider and kind of shines and glows. And Wesley's like transfixed by it. You know to look away. You go, you look away! Sonnet's grabs Serena and does that. Wesley gets caught up in it, and just manages to, but it racks his soul. And they're going to do a great club attack against, you've hurt the most, so it's going to be against you. Natural 3, that sucks. That's 12. Misses again as it just bumps down near you as you duck aside. That's the end of their go. Alright, we're in the initiative order, so it's now, hang on a second. Sonnet's go.
Okay.
What's she doing?
She'll run towards the kitchen, back towards the kitchen.
Okay, she runs, alright, she hoofs it and does a double dash back to the kitchen.
Well, we'd probably take Serena too.
Alright, grab Serena with her as well, and they run back to the kitchen. Wendell, you're up.
Oh, nice. 2.
You're on deck, so you're next.
I guess
Skull.
3 attacks then.
Go ahead.
So, Frostbrand, that's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Next one is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
And the Sunblade is a 23 to hit.
Yep, all 3 hit.
How do you have to attack?
Bonus action to make another attempt with the tool. Using 2. Using 2 swords. First Frostbrand does 10 slashing for freezing. Second does
Say that again. Sorry, I didn't hear the number.
14 points total.
Got it.
For free frost. Second hit is 8 points of slashing and 1 point of cold damage, and the Sunblade is 10 points of radiant damage.
It's looking hurt. You are just
Looks
carving this thing up
needs
like
to learn their
cake.
table manners.
Yeah, it's just screaming. It's huge head. It's just screaming at the damage that you're inflicting onto it. That's the end of your go. Scarlet, you're up. What do you want to do?
Oh, can I ask a question first?
Yeah.
When it says attack bonus +8, when do I use that? Like,
That's
is
for any spell attacks. So things like
have to
firebolt, anything where you have to roll
Yeah.
to see whether your fire hits,
Yeah.
you add 8 to that.
Oh, okay. That's quite good.
It's really good.
Can I just... Hang on. I'll just magic missile him, but can I do it from my spells instead of my robes?
Yeah, nice. Okay, so do you want to cast it at first level?
I only have it at first level.
No,
Oh,
you
no,
can cast
actually,
it
I'll do it at second level.
Second level. Okay, so you do 4 magic missiles. So roll d4, 4 times. Each time add 1 and call out that total. You know the drill.
7.
That was.
Oh,
4.
sorry. I thought it was
Roll
3,
the
add
4
4.
sided.
No, add 1 each
Oh,
time.
sorry. Okay.
So 4.
7.
Yeah, 4, and then it was...
Then
Just
you
roll
the
again,
4,
it's alright.
Okay, so 3, 2, 3.
That'll do. That's it. 4 magic missiles. So that's a total of 12 points of force damage. Good work. Okay, literally, you conjure these glowing bluey green beams and just they just fly straight into the Fomorian, this wicked giant, blasting. It's looking real hurt. That the end of your go?
Yeah.
Cool. Top of the round. Rowan, you're up.
I'll do a violent shot. I'll use a grip point. Well, if this hits, I'll use a grip point. Hang on. Okay, 21 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Second attack is another natural 20. Okay, so the first one has a violent shot. So, okay. 3, 7, and then +2. And 10. So 17 points for the first hit.
Okay.
Second one is the natural 20. That's a 10. So that's 20.
Okay, so this thing is like, you know, it's got the tablecloth now completely off the table. It's been swinging around. There are cauldrons, there are cutlery everywhere. It's like broken the table. There's massive dents in the floor where you have been carving it up. You've just been just in at its weak areas. You just blasted it with some magical force damage. How do you want to do this?
Yeah! And I'll hit it. I'll do a headshot.
Okay, as it's just like, yes, serve me, you serve. And it just, the entire room thunders and vibrates as this thing just hits the deck. Dead. You just killed the Fomorian.
Oh wait, that's a fey creature, isn't it?
No, it's
Yeah.
a giant.
It's a giant. It's a giant. It's a giant. It's not a fey creature.
Yeah, it's a giant. You're alright.
Good mental breakdown.
Alright, so this room has been wrecked. This 100-foot dining hall. Actually, I'd say that shot came from behind it because you'd Faith step behind it.
yeah!
So as it's screaming at you two, it just comes out the front.
Oh.
So it fell forward onto the table,
Okay.
smashing the table. And it's just its big bloated form, purple warty skin and everything.
That's my grip points restored as well. Yes.
Alright.
It's on it. You can come out now.
She comes out. What the hell? She runs over. Are you alright, my
I'm
love?
alright. I'm fine. I didn't get hurt.
You get hurt at all?
I didn't know.
Damn. DM will have to send more powerful things against you, I guess. Sorry, I don't know why I said that.
No.
Alright, guys, what do you want to do next?
Well, I hope that wasn't so important in this castle.
It might
Anyway,
have been pretty important.
maybe it was like-
making him a cake.
yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. We'll go to the door at the end of the room.
So, with the Fomorian killed and this dining hall wrecked, you step out into a right to left hallway, the far end of this dining hall. At the end of this hallway, there is a set of double doors, flanked just before you get to it by 2 other doors, not double, but ending in double doors. And about halfway down this corridor towards those double doors, there's a branching off to the right. The doors at the end, the double doors, have the heart over them. You cannot see, obviously, what, if anything, is over the other doors. Where would you like to go?
Wait, the double doors at the end have the heart.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go towards them.
Everyone walking towards them? All good? Everyone on plan?
Yep.
All right, well done. So, as you walk down the corridor, the double doors open somewhat. And as you get within about 20 foot, they open fully out. This is what you are aware of. A grand ballroom lies ahead of you. Huge, at least as big, again, maybe half as big again as the enormous dining room you just came from. The northern part of it, now you're coming in through the eastern wall. So you're coming into this ballroom on the eastern wall if you were looking down upon it. The northern part of the floor is littered with splintered remains of 3 doors that have been knocked from their hinges, leaving openings through which you can see adjoining rooms. Throughout the ballroom, royal courtiers stand motionless, their eyes fixed on a black iron cauldron
Oh.
atop a dais in the middle of the chamber. Dark vapours rise from this cauldron, and they seem to almost seep into everything. They seem to infuse the air, the ground, the walls, everything with these vapours. And a huge dragon-like monster is coiled around it. The dragon's body twitches slightly, and its closed eyelids flutter as it dreams. Unlike normal dragons, it doesn't have a long, elongated maw. Instead, its scaled head, much like a pug, ends in a snub nose with raised, jaggedy, pointy nose. Row upon row of razor-sharp teeth are visible as it snores somewhat, and away from its cheeks, like thick whiskers, are these weird twitching tentacles. 2 figures are frozen, statue-like, off to one side of the cauldron. One of them, a younger woman clad in armour and wearing a white cape. The other is one that you recognise, and that all of you recognise after Scarlet's description. A tall, imperious, middle-aged woman, somewhat elf-like in appearance, with long, long white hair and white robes. She is reaching desperately towards the cauldron, but frozen in time. What would you like to do? Oh, before we go any further, I'd like you all, at this proximity to the cauldron, to make a slightly more challenging Constitution saving throw, please.
Wait, can you guidance?
You get +3, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Can I guidance?
No, because you don't know
That's
know
not against
about it.
saving throws.
It's
either.
a passive. It's a passive thing.
We get plus what? 3?
3, yeah.
19.
19.
12.
24.
24. Okay.
Wait, what colour is the dragon-like creature?
Sorry.
What colour is the dragon-like creature?
The dragon. You can speak up, by the way. Our microphone's all the way here,
Oh, it's
so do
sleeping.
speak.
The
You
dragon
too.
is
Make sure
sleeping.
you
I was
speak
like,
loudly. It is grey-black, like petrol. Here and there, as it twitches, you can see an almost slight, like oil slick, like a rainbow type colour in the blackness of it. And it is almost skeletal in how skinny it looks. Its limbs are elongated, but it is, remember, coiled all the way round the cauldron.
And how big is the cauldron? Like, is it massive or is it like the cauldron size?
Pretty big. Yeah, I mean, like 10-foot diameter.
Okay.
Yeah, it would fill this room.
Wow, that's a big
Yeah?
cauldron.
And it is upon a dais.
Okay.
And out of it comes this, which goes into everything.
This is probably what I saw.
It is definitely what you saw, yeah, for sure.
Almost definitely.
Okay, well that dragon is sleeping, so
Yeah, well spotted.
will we get...
I'd like group stealth check, please, because this thing does have a passive perception.
Wesley, what are you doing?
Wesley, do you want to help us out a little bit? Maybe? Just a little bit?
Maybe pass without trace, maybe, Wesley?
I already rolled, so.
I hate you, Wesley.
Wesley!
You're awful.
Just 10.
10.
Hang on.
1.
1.
I have minus on my stealth roll.
22.
Okay.
Hey Wesley, you want to help us out over here with the stealth?
That's a little bit too late here, Wesley.
Okay, as you come in, coming from the fight you just came into, not knowing that any need for stealth was required, you don't come into this room particularly quietly.
Exactly.
The door's open and you're like, wow. As some 30 feet in front of you, this... Let's put the map out. Can you move that area? Move the cup in the dice bag. And you'll probably have to move your character sheet a little bit, Charlotte, please.
This is just my whole...
Put it on top.
Yeah, just move it out. Yeah, that's it. Look, you've got up to there. There you go. It's all right. Right. So, let's get you lot first in place. You have come through. This is the cauldron, and wrapped around it is this huge dragon-like creature. These are the double doors that you've just come down through. So the dining room was here, okay? You came up and then came along and you're now standing here. So Wendell, will you position yourself in the vicinity of where you'd like your character to be? Scarlet, where do you want Scarlet to be? You could still be in the corridor, you could be in the room. You put yourself, as you came in, where you went. There?
Yeah. She's not going
Great.
to
The craziest pool shot of all time.
Rowan? Nice. He came in and comes round to here like holy.
That's the cauldron.
It's
Yes.
a bit small.
Oh, I might move back a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, it's a tiny bit small. It's more like 10-foot diameter. Let's make that a bit bigger. That's it.
That's a very thick cauldron.
Sonic stays here in the corridor.
Okay.
There's Serena behind her. Now, the figures that you saw, I'll use this for Zabilna, is sort of here, right here. Okay? Just so you know. And there's other various sort of courtiers and guests and things frozen about this room. Because you don't enter particularly quietly, far from it, you're pretty noisy, you're exceptionally noisy.
I'm really quiet.
You come in and
Thanks, Wesley.
just kick a candlestick that's fallen over and cling, 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 cling,
Nice
cling.
one.
Did you roll a 1?
Yes.
Like a natural 1?
No, I rolled a 2.
Okay, so dirty 1. Okay, yeah, you definitely knock something, and this
Hey, how far can I kick this candle?
and this huge creature wrapped around the cauldron like an eye, one eye snaps open, this big, right? And it is pupilless. It is perfectly round, milky white orb as it opens. As it slowly starts to unwind.
Why is it
This is the Jabberwock.
Oh!
And you are going to fight it.
That's brilliant.
I'm going to use the troll miniature for this one just because it's the right size for it.
Why is it
This thing is huge in scale, not gargantuan, but it is 40-foot nose to tail tip, and it slowly unwinds, looking at you as it does, its head not moving, almost serpent-like, as it's as it babbles and jabbles and burbles at you as it comes. Let's roll initiative.
That is a Jabberwock.
Yes, let's.
Thou hast slain the Jabberwock.
Accurate descriptions of Jabberwocks are difficult to come by because the rare survivors of an encounter with one retain only a confused impression of its parts and not a sense of the whole. Pieced together accounts describe it as a sinewy, dragon-like creature that can walk on its hind legs as easily as it travels on all four. Its eyes can emit... Oh, we're about to find out. What was your initiative roll?
14.
14, alright.
I think his eyes can emit something.
Okay, you are in combat with this thing. Any creature that starts its turn within... Well, everybody is within 30 feet of this thing. I'd like everyone to roll a charisma saving throw, please.
Scarlet and Rowan get plus 3.
Okay.
Wait, hang
Charisma.
13 for me.
on. What did you add?
So look at your saving throw table on your character sheet.
No, I know, but he added some.
Plus
Oh,
3.
add another 3.
Plus 3 anytime you're within 10 feet. Charisma.
Yeah,
14.
Sonic got
25.
25, 14.
Sonic got 5 plus whatever.
Okay, let's bear with me 2 seconds. Roll d4, please.
2.
Great. On your turn, you do nothing.
What? Why?
What did you roll for your saving throw?
13.
Roll d4. You failed.
4.
Okay, great. And you
Hello?
succeeded your saving throw.
Shall I roll for Sonic and Serena?
Yeah, you already rolled for Sonic. What did
5.
you roll? Roll d4.
Oh, 1.
Okay.
And Serena?
Yep.
4.
Okay.
Shall I roll D4
Sorry?
for Serena? Shall I roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
3.
This babbling, this murmuring, it infuses your soul, it confuses you, it frightens you, it feels chaotic and wild, like it's taken over your very being and your body and everything as you hear and it's like going into your soul. You manage to like use your arcane force internally to like focus through it and you are unaffected on this round. But the confusing burble has affected all of you except Scarlet this round. So Wesley's go. Wesley, instead of attacking the Jabberwock, stands there like this, just like going like this and just freaking out. Scarlet, it's your go. You get to act normally.
Okay. I will. Can I move first, or do I have to?
Sure you can. You've got 30 feet of movement. You can stand up, love, and move around the table if you need.
Yeah. Okay. How close are we to this? These are.
Well, where's you?
Each one's 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. 5, 10.
Between 20 and 25.
I'm just gonna stand here.
Yep.
If I were to throw, I can't throw a fireball, can I?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, so it wouldn't really. I can just aim it back here so it doesn't hit.
Exactly.
Okay, I'll just do that.
All right, great. You're going to fire a fireball.
Just have to be careful of Sylvina.
Oh yeah. it's in this.
Yeah.
No problem. It fails its saving throw, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
That's 8d6 for a fireball? Yeah, 8d6.
All your red dice. All your red d6s.
Hang on. Oh, he was right.
Yeah, I gave you extra.
10, 12, 15, 16, 25, 21, 22, 23, 30.
30?
Yeah, I think
Hey.
so.
Okay, I'm going to use one of my legendary
I'm
resistances.
just gonna use a calculator.
Quickly, hang on. What's that? 12, 16, 19, 20, 30. Yeah, nice. 30 damage. Okay, it's going to use one of its legendary resistances to actually save that, so it will only take half. So it takes 15 points of fire damage.
What?
As you just hurl this small, almost pea-sized mote of fire, and it, and the thing gets the back of it. It's not very happy as you burn it somewhat on your go. That's your action and a little bit of your movement. Do you have a bonus action or anything else? Also, double check your rules, because I think when you use fire, you get to roll extra damage and stuff. There will be something written there.
Written in which part?
Why does she get that? I mean, so I can look it up.
Is it not?
Because of her dragon, her sorcerer feature.
Okay.
Oh, that might be on my other sheet.
Pass me the one I wrote.
This one.
A second, yeah. Oh no, I didn't put it on there. So because you're, I'll find it here. Sorcerer.
Is it elemental affinity?
Yeah.
When you cast a spell that deals damage of the type associated with your draconic ancestry, you can add your charisma modifier to 1 damage roll of that spell. At the same time, you can spend 1 sorcery point to gain resistance to that damage type for 1 hour.
Okay, well you already have resistance to fire. So we add another 5 to the damage. Anytime you cast a fire spell, you can add 5, which is your charisma modifier. So it takes another 2 points of damage. Cool. Alright. Well, that certainly kicked things off nicely. You hurt it. Do you want to take any kind of bonus action, or are you happy? Alright, cool. That's that. Rowan, on your go, you attack Scarlet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The burbling, and it's not like you are charmed, because you can't be charmed.
Yes.
But it's like the thing in your mind, like as you're aiming for it, you kind of like like you're trying to stop the murmuring, and like you just shoot straight in front of you.
I have to shoot her? Okay.
You shoot her.
Oh no!
Just one shot.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. 13.
Nice shield.
Oh,
I
it doesn't
need
hit.
it. I don't.
Doesn't hit.
Okay, as you you're not holding your hands, it just ricochets, like goes past you. That's all you can do on your go, I'm afraid, this turn. As the burbling. It's now the Jabberwock's go.
Oh.
It is going to. You're going to need to use all your teamwork for this fight.
Yeah.
This is a tough creature,
Okay.
so you're going to need to talk to each other, be tactical, think
Okay.
about how you're going to use all your powers. All right?
The disintegration spell, would that just be on an object?
No,
No,
on a
it's on a
creature.
person.
Yeah, good to keep that in your back pocket. Really good to keep that in your back
only do it when
pocket.
It's below 100 hit points.
No, you could do it whenever. It doesn't matter.
It does a lot of damage. It is good, well remembered. So that's the good thing. Yeah, go through your inventory, think about what you got. It's now the Jabberwock's go. Here's what it's going to do. It is going to. You just fired the fireball at it and hurt it, so it looks to you with its great white eyes. The eyes get brighter and brighter, and then it kind of like goes, and out of its eyes just come this beam of white hot fire towards you.
It's not very
Fiery gaze. It emits an 120 foot long, 5 foot wide line of fire from its eyes. You need to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
+3.
16.
16, you fail.
Oh! Oh,
Thankfully, you are resistant to fire damage because you're a tiefling and because of your draconic heritage. So something about this, you are red fire. Like you come from red dragons in your heritage. So this will not hurt you as much as maybe you thought it would. So hang on, 17, 24, 29, 33, 38 points of fire damage, halved to 19 points of fire damage for you as it barrels into you, this line of fire. And it's anyone in the line. She doesn't block the line. So I also need dex saves from Ron.
Okay.
And I need dex saves from Sonic.
No!
And let's say Serena's just out of the 5 foot.
Nice on it.
Shut up. Do I get +2?
Yeah.
23 for me.
Okay, 19 points of fire damage.
Someone got a natural 1 on her saving?
She drops 38 points of fire damage.
Okay.
What's her total hit points?
I don't know. Didn't get it.
But she's first level, isn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, she's down. Like non-death saves down, she's down.
Not on death save?
There's no death saves. 38 damage. You take 19 points of fire damage. Okay. Remember, this is round 1, so keep track of time. And maybe we'll get the first tears from Charlotte in this
Shut up.
campaign. You hear behind you a scream that cuts short. So just take 20 and then add 1 back on.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
an easy way of doing it.
Okay. Okay.
So the fire hits you and you're like, ah! Like this, as you feel it like shriveling your scales and burning into you. You take half of that as well, as you turn around and your armor and your cloak of protection helps you. Yeah, like that. Next to you and behind you, you hear, and it's cut. As it just cuts short. Okay, that's the end of the Jabberwock's go. Wendell, it's your go, but because of the burble, you do nothing this round. You are in your head is just broiled up with rage and craziness at the burbling. I'm afraid you don't get to do anything this turn. Sonnet is dead. She's on 0 hit points with no death saves. She is down. Serena would only fall all over her and just be like, come on now, come on, you're all right, come on, you're all right. You just hear her going, you're all right, come on, up you get, come on, get up. You just hear that behind you as you, like, your stomach just goes into your throat as you're like, oh God. Okay, top of the round, it's Wesley. Let's see. Until the start of its next turn. Okay, this is just until the start of its next turn. So Wesley is now managed to shake it off. He sees a thing, fires 2 arrows at it. That's a hit and a miss. Okay. He's also going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Scarlet, you're up. You see all of this happen. We are now at we are on like 7th, 8th second of this encounter. What do you want to do on your next turn?
Okay, I don't know. I'll just, I'll fireball him again.
Fireball again, okay. Remember to take off spell slots for 3rd level. You're taking off 2 3rd level spell slots. Let's see. That's a 16 save. What's your spell save DC? It'll say on your combat section of your character sheet. Right in the middle, combat.
It is 16.
Great, okay. So, okay, makes it safe, so roll your damage for your fireball. What I would say, because we're in combat, okay, you wouldn't necessarily know that the outcome has just happened to her. Does that make sense?
She will turn around and see that. Though.
I'm just letting you know. I'm not
Okay.
fighting with you. I'm just saying you don't know exactly what's happened to her. You just heard her scream and then it stopped.
What do I add to it?
5.
Okay, oh, it's the same again.
What's
It's
that?
30 again.
30 again. Total, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, it takes 15 points of that. It's getting real pissed with you. Do you want to do anything else on your round? You use any of your movement? Break up the group so you're not all in one place?
5 Was that where you were?
I think so.
I can't really see because like 10, 15. I'll just go here.
Okay, great.
Spread.
Nice. All right, so that's your movement and your action. We're now approaching like the 9th, 10th second of this combat as Rowan, it's your go. And finally, the burblings out of your head. You hear what you heard. What do you want to do?
I'll turn around to see where my wife's going.
Her clothes are smoking and she is still and lifeless.
Okay, I'll turn around and pick her up.
Okay?
Okay, and I'm gonna run down the corridor.
Gonna run down the corridor. Okay, you're out of the combat?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Take your 2 figures off the board then. You go back into the dining room, say?
Yeah.
Alright, well, you get near to there, 30 feet of movement.
Serena
comes with you.
I'll be putting her on the table and just like probably just throwing everything I have.
Okay, what do you have?
So I have 2 healers kits and 2 potions of lesser healing. And then I think I have 1 potion. We just got a really powerful potion just recently, so I have 1 of them as well.
Okay. The first one you put in her mouth, we'll say it's the regular potion of healing. We'll do that next round.
Okay.
Take Serena off the board as well. She comes with you. Helps you carry her. Okay, it's the Jabberwock's go. It is going to, let's see if that's recharged. It has not recharged. It is going to come forward and do 2 rend attacks using its long taloned claws. Yeah, you're straight in front of it. It moves forward 10 and attacks you, Wendell.
Okay.
Oh, natural 20
Alright.
and a 15.
Miss.
Great, okay, let's do the natural 20. So, okay. 3d10 plus 5. So the 20, you take the maximum of that. We do the rules that way, but it has to be the same for the creatures, okay?
Yep.
Sorry. So that's 56 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
From its massive claws that just open up these huge gashes across your torso as it just comes forward screaming and attacking you. That's the end of its go. It's your go, Wendell. What do you want to do?
Bonus action. I'm going to cast Compelled Duel on it.
Oh, nice. What's the save?
Wisdom saving throw.
7.
Okay. It can only attack if it attacks anyone else, it has disadvantage and other stuff. Hang on.
Okay.
Go. Yeah, it can't move more than 30 feet away from me. Action, I'm going to heal myself 30 hit points.
Okay.
29 hit points.
29. You get 29 back. You cast this upon the creature and it's like, it just becomes obsessed with you. Great round. Sonnet's off the board, so Serena's out of it. We'll come to you in the next round, okay? We'll come to what you're doing in the next round. Top of the round, Wesley again is going to, let's do some druid, do some ranger shit. Okay, I rolled really high for an insight check for Wesley. He whips out the unicorn horn from his thing and like points it at it. He goes, this must fucking do something. And he's going to Rangers are so low. Okay, he's going to fire 2 arrows as well. He gets this out and then
This must do
like, holds it in his hand with the bow and just fires 2 arrows at it. Both of which hit. Alright. 2 arrows go into the Jabberwock. That's the end of Wesley's go. Scarlet, you see this thing go up and literally carve chunks out of Wendell, who has to radically and quickly heal to stop his lifeblood as well as his bowels spilling out of the huge gashes. Things are going south quickly. Rowan has left the field. She's ran off with her wife. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and use the disintegration one on him.
Come on, yeah. Actually.
But I don't have a card for it, so
That's okay, I know disintegrate.
Wait.
We know
Wait.
this.
Go on. You advise her.
If it has legendary resistances, and if you miss, it won't do anything.
well,
Let's just whittle down its legendary resistances
okay,
first.
how much though?
It's
How
got
do you know?
2 more probably because
We don't.
every monster has 3, but you know.
Oh, okay. Well then.
Do you know what a legendary resistant is? So powerful creatures are able to auto-save on saving throws. So disintegrate, if you dodge disintegrate, you don't take half damage, you take none. Because it's such a thin line, you don't take any damage. So if I use a legendary resistance, I'll just auto-succeed on it. So your disintegrate will be wasted. So the whole idea with legendary beasts like this is you want to try and whittle them down, like Finley said, so that they use up their legendary resistors, then throw everything you
So
can at
you
them.
should probably
So
do something that
fireball.
would use that they would probably
Just
use their
keep
resistance.
throwing fireballs through like
I
4th
only
level.
have 3 fireballs and 1 left. I've got 1 fireball.
Well, you've got 4th level slots.
Okay, okay. Could I? I've only got 1 full thing. How many do I get if I?
So you can cast Fireball with a 4th level slot and make it a more powerful Fireball.
Yeah, okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
So this time then you roll 9d6 because you're casting it 4th level, so it's an even more powerful Fireball.
All the red dice.
So go ahead and roll your damage as you hurl another Fireball. I roll a natural 1 on my save. I'm going to use a legendary resistance to save on this one.
This one.
Hey, it's exactly as I foretold. This is totally Charlotte doing Divine Smite in campaign 1.
Okay.
Have you got any inspiration points?
No, we don't really get them that much.
And then do I add 5 still? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So 40.
40. Nice. Okay, it takes half of that, 20, because I'm going to succeed, even though I rolled a natural 1. So the mechanics of the game are a bit tricky, but it's good to know that with legendary creatures. Like that Balanoth that you fought where you found the mask, that had legendary resistances as well. Alright. But obviously your character wouldn't know, they would. You know? Alright, it's starting to look like it's taking the damage. It's looking hurt. So that's a good fireball. It takes some damage. We're now on Rowan's go, even though we're out of initiative. As you go around the corner, you put her on the dining table. She is cold and still. What do you want to do? You put the first healing potion, so cross off a regular healing potion.
Yep.
Nothing. She doesn't choke. There's nothing. It just goes in her mouth and nothing happens.
Put the other one.
Nothing happens.
So put the most powerful one that we just got.
That's cross it off.
Okay.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Right. I want you to roll an insight check, and I want you to. This is just something I'm doing.
Okay.
Roll insight.
15.
Okay. Good. Good to know. Serena's just on top of her going, come on man, come on, Sonnet.
Okay.
All right. Back to the fight. It's the Jabberwock's go. Let's see if its Fiery Gaze has regenerated. Yes! Fiery Gaze on you. Straight line, straight through you. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Fail.
Fail. Okay, you take 31 points of fire damage.
Alright.
Top of the round, Wesley is going to do some healing magic on you.
I need to make a Constitution saving throw for the compelled duel.
Okay, compelled jewel is off.
Compelled Jewel is off. Thanks for the concentration reminder. Right, Wesley is going to cure wounds. Cure wounds. Let's do some fucking cure wounds. He sees you taking all of this and just runs over. Cure, where the fuck's cure wounds? Cure wounds, here we are. 1d8 plus spellcasting ability. Alright, you can cast it at 2nd level. 2d8.
Taking 100 damage from this thing.
He runs over. Oh, is it touch? Hang on. Range, self. Oh no, sorry. Touch. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Wesley! Oh, for God's sake.
I'm gonna retcon and saying the last round he moved a little bit because I didn't move him.
Okay.
Alright, I haven't got the heart for it. And then you get 12 points, and then with his bonus action, he's gonna chuck a potion of greater healing down your neck.
Wait, how much did I get from the first thing?
12.
Okay. Keep healing me. I've taken over 100 damage so far.
4, 5, 6.
Oh wait, fuck! I'm resistant to fire damage.
How?
The frostbrand.
Did we say that?
Well, no, it's just a normal item. It does that as a thing. That's its main thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll take half that shit
Okay,
then.
cool.
So restore 15 hit points.
27.
Okay, and you also take 60, 70, 80, 19 hit points back from the potion. Wesley uses his entire bonus action to heal your ass.
Cool. Okay, that's.
And he's right next to you
Much
now as
better.
well. Scarlet, it's your go. What do you want to do?
How many things were left on that guy? Is it one?
We don't know. You don't know.
Oh, okay. Right. So.
You've got your rogue magic missiles, don't forget.
Yeah.
Just don't have saves.
Pardon?
Yeah, that wouldn't use.
And there's no save for those.
Do you have any last fireballs?
Or anything.
I've got
that we
no
can-
fire. Oh, well, I could use one, but. 3, but.
Please.
Fine, I'll fireball
You
him.
do fireball again? Okay,
Yes.
you are hurling molten rage at this thing. Alright, let's see if it passes its saving throw. 7, it fails. It's going to use his his last legendary resistance to save.
Yeah.
That is all its legendary resistance is used up. So that's 8d6.
I'm also. Okay, that doesn't seem right. I added it onto the last one. Okay. 8,
Yeah. Plus.
11,
Well, the last one you got. Just take away what you got.
15, 16, 17, 20, and then 25.
25 halved to 12.
Here comes the gravy train.
She does not say that.
Alright, nice. Take some damage there. Rowan, back to you in the thing. What do you want to do? She doesn't seem to be. Why isn't she responding? Why isn't this working? That just dribbles from her mouth, burbles. You hear a kind of a gurgling, but nothing's happening. She is still.
Sonny, come on! Sonny, wake up! Why isn't this working?
Her face is wet with healing potions.
No! Sonny, no! That's.
Okay, and you'll go. Jabberwock's go. It is going to fly upwards.
Opportunity attack
Take your opportunity attack.
because this. Okay, that's 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay, its speed is 0. It doesn't fly up.
What?
That's
Sentinel.
That's 8 points of slashing plus 4 points of cold. Tries to lift off, I hit it. It falls back down.
Okay, this thing's now looking hurt. you open up a massive. It goes to take off. Its huge, long, scaly body stretches up, and you like open up a line down its abdomen, cutting through your cold infused arcane sword. Opens up a line on it, frosting over the edges of the wounds as it takes off. It screams, the burbling, the babbling. Oh, that's a point. You start its turn within 30 feet. You have to do the burbling thing. So I want
I haven't started.
saves all round for the round before.
What kind of?
What me?
Charisma save 3,
I
please.
wasn't there.
You're out
That's 26.
You're fine.
You get +3.
31.
31.
Yeah, because I got +8, and then my robe gives
That's
me
insane.
+1. And I got 19, and then he gave me
That's
+1.
insane. It's verbal, just doesn't affect you. You're just like, I do not hear it. All right, you're both all right. Wesley.
He gets +3.
Yep, makes it.
That's not
Nobody is
great.
affected by the burbling. You've got to do that each round. So that's for that round.
No!
So it went to take off. Couldn't take off. So it's now going to. Let's see if its fiery gaze is recharged
You
again.
may have to fluke.
5. It's recharged.
No,
It's
Wesley
going
should've.
to. Okay, it's going to use. So it can't move at all.
No, it's speedy 0.
Okay, it's going to cut a line through you and Wesley. So both make a dexterity saving throw,
Explain
please.
this geometry to me. He gets +3.
Roll a natural one.
5.
Okay. You both take 31 points of fire damage.
After 15.
Half to 15 for you. Wesley's really not looking good. Of that line of fire. That's the end of the Jabberwock's go. Wendell, you're up.
Okay. Three attacks. First is 20 to hit. Next is 15 to
20
hit.
hits, 15 misses.
And then another miss. Shit.
Alright, roll your one hit with the Frostbrand.
That's 9 points of slashing,
Lane.
5 points of cold, and I'm going to do Defiant Smite at 2nd level.
Great. Love a bit of smite.
Yeah.
Bring that radiant damage.
15 points of radiant damage.
It's looking real pretty bad right now.
Oh,
Alright.
pretty bad.
Real pretty bad. Alright, that's the end of Wendell's go. It's Wesley's go. He's going to. Can't shoot it at this range, that's kind of point blank. He's going to run forward and try and stab it with the unicorn horn. He's just rolled high, he's got a sense about this horn. He misses.
For God's sake, Wesley, you're terrible.
He got
You're not
scammed.
there.
He's trying to get
Alright, Scarlett, you're up. What do you want to do?
Now I can disintegrate him. Is that
You
good?
can try it.
Yep.
Can I? Okay.
You can certainly try it.
If
What's
he's
your
still-
spell save?
If he's still-
16.
No! Oh my
Save.
god.
Okay, I get a on dex saves. I get a +6. If I roll a
jeez.
10 or higher, I avoid your disintegrate.
Just a 50.
You ready?
This sucks. It's
I
gonna-
hate this is the worst bit.
Here we go. I'm so sorry. Remember, I'm on your side,
Yeah,
but this
yeah,
creature is not.
Ah,
I rolled a 6.
Oh,
Does
It
that
hits.
seem to work? Okay, good.
It hits.
yes!
So
Disintegrate.
is he disintegrated?
No.
Wait.
no.
Roll your damage. So with disintegrate,
I'll grab it.
you roll. I think it's 10d. So it's ridiculous.
10d6
10d6
plus
damage.
40.
+4? Why is it +4?
it's a
Because
Because it's
powerful
just a
spell.
very powerful spell.
Because the minimum you can do is 50 damage. to
You don't need to roll the dice.
Why?
You don't need to roll the
Yes,
dice.
oh, he's
It's
dead.
not even got 40 hit points. Okay, you destroy it. How do you want to do this?
Well, I'm not entirely sure how this
It's
spell
like a
works.
Okay.
green laser that
It's a
turns
green
things to
laser.
dust.
Yeah, out of your finger. So you read the scroll. The scroll apparates into green dust that goes into your hand, and then like your hand, and you point at it, and it just goes, and this shooting beam hits it straight on. Do you want to do anything funky before it dies?
She's a bit too shaken.
Okay, it burns into it, like, it goes, then it freezes, goes grey, and then just dust.
The Vorpal blade went snicker snack.
Yeah. You left it dead and with his head.
It says it's vulnerable to Vorpal blades. And you can actually find the snicker snack here. Just crumbles. This thing, it looked like a statue made of flour, and it just... The battle is over. The Jabberwock is dead. All of you now in the dining hall notice 3 of your party missing. And in the distance, some way off, you hear, Sonic, come on, Sonic.
I'm going to run over.
Okay, you run back into the dining room. You going? Everyone going? All right, cool. And there you see Rowan shaking, hugging, squeezing, gently slapping like everything she can to Sonnet to try and get her to come round.
Wake up! Why won't you wake up? She's not waking up.
We need to...
Wesley comes over and casts a Cure Wounds.
I tried all of the potions that I have and she's not waking up.
We need to find a way to unfreeze Enid, and he can hopefully... He knows a way to...
I got a thought. Look, I'm not a wizard. I don't understand this thing, but I got a thought about the horn. I got a thought about it. I don't know why. Unicorn horns, aren't they something to do with the Feywild? Aren't they something powerful? Can't you do something with this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does anyone know? Roll an Arcana check if you want to. And roll good.
22.
22. You have a feeling that there is something restorative about unicorn horns. That's the most you know with a 22. So you can share with that, with the party and however you feel.
Okay, it can sort of, I don't know for sure fully what it does, but it does restore stuff, I think.
You're saying this to Wesley and he goes, okay. He's like putting it on Sonnet. Like, Sonnet, wake, you do it, you love her.
Okay. But I'll put it on her chest.
Nothing's happening.
Maybe we should do it to the girl over there, maybe she'll be able to stop being frozen and then help Sonia out. I don't know. Or maybe the cauldron or
I
something.
think we need to knock over the cauldron to end the spell.
Yeah.
Oh, what? How about my wife, who's not waking up?
I think your wife might have some of the spell on. I don't know.
No,
What?
she just got hit by the freaking fire spell.
Okay, well, none of us can bring her back right now. None of us could bring her back right now. We don't have anything to bring her back.
What about Enid? Enid brought you back.
That's what I
pretty
said.
much.
We need to end the spell.
We need to stop the spell in the other room.
Wesley,
Let's split up. I'm going to go and see what... Does anyone want to come with me to go see Enid?
you go be with Enid. Me and Scarlett are gonna try and knock over this cauldron.
Okay. What are you doing? Staying with Sonnet?
I'll just keep trying to figure out what to do with this unicorn horn.
Okay. So you keep the unicorn horn?
Yeah.
Wesley goes, come with me. Let's...
I'm not leaving her.
Okay. Well, the unicorn horn isn't working on her, my dear.
But why did you think that it would?
I don't know. Because Scarlett said there's something restorative about it. I know you're upset, but we have to think now more than we ever have. I know you're upset, but it's our brains that'll get us out of this. Help me help her.
Okay.
She said, she's our magic user. She said they restore. We've got to figure out how. So just think. Okay, to you two.
Okay.
You run into the ballroom. Everything is as it was, except obviously there's some scorch marks where the searing gaze was. You see this huge cauldron with the vapor coming out of it.
Have any spells that could move something big?
Give me a perception check and roll high.
Well, guidance. Not high at all.
Can I perceive as well?
No, because it's not concerned with you. It's something
10.
on his items. Okay, fine. All right, so yeah, you've got this huge cauldron in front of you.
Can I try and push it?
Sure, you go up to it and you start pushing it. Give me a strength check. This thing is enormous.
Guidance. Can Can I do athletics?
No, it's not an athletic thing. It's straight strength.
15.
Doesn't budge. It's enormous.
What if we try and spoil it by putting something else in there? Do you have any like?
The unicorn.
I'm gonna run back into the other room.
Okay.
Give me the unicorn horn.
What? Okay. He
What if
hands it over.
What if
Go.
we put it in the cauldron?
Okay.
That might change the.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll
but
be able to get it out again.
Put
Yeah.
your entire hand with it. Don't let go of it because it might be.
Okay. Do you want to listen to Scarlet?
Maybe I don't know if I'll
Yeah,
my
don't-
hand off, but
You're the arcana. You're
You
smart.
take it, you put it
You're
in.
smart.
I'll grab it and okay, fine.
You okay? You have to climb this thing. So you climb up like it's big. Remember, you climb up. You look inside, and it's nothing but dark vapors coming out. These dark vapors. You kind of dip the unicorn horn in. It's like going into thick air. So it's not like there's liquid. It's not like there's soup or anything in here. You stir the unicorn horn around. Nothing happens, but there's a vibration between the horn and the cauldron.
I have to let go.
Do I let go?
Yeah, put it in.
Fine, I'm letting go.
Okay, you just hear clang, 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 clang.
Do I have?
Is that it?
Nearby, the frozen queen, archfey of this realm, reaches towards the cauldron.
Oh, I'm gonna go down to her. No, wait, hang on. And move her.
What?
I'll give her the unicorn hook.
It's gotta go down and then pick it
Fine,
up.
I'll go into the pot.
Okay, you climb into the pot and you retrieve the horn and you come back out. Takes you a while, takes you several minutes to do that with your help, but you drag her out. You've got the horn. You're both inhaling loads of this stuff. I want Constitution saving throws for you to see whether you are affected
You get
by
plus
it.
3. 15.
26.
26. Okay, you do not slow down.
Take the horn. I'm gonna give it to.
the woman.
Yeah, put it in her hand.
Okay, well her hand isn't like she was holding something. It's like that. So you kind of put it on her. Nothing happens. But you do feel again as it gets close to her. You feel a very slight vibration.
What does it mean? Someone try and work this out. What does it mean? Can I try it? Can I make any check?
Can I?
Religion.
Oh, nice. No one does religion.
Very high DC on this.
Well, that's religion for a good reason. 15.
Can I arcana check anything?
Yeah, the DC is 26.
Can I help? Can I guidance? Can I guidance? You get plus 3. Can I help?
The guidance is fine for now. You don't know how to help on something like this.
Wait, no. Did I get the 3 or?
Yeah, you get plus
okay, so 20. Just
20 is not high enough. You're like, Dad, you're going through your memories. What have you heard? What have you read in your studies about unicorn horns? You don't get it. Meanwhile, back in the dining room, still lifeless, going cold. I'm sorry. Sorry. It's starting to dawn on you now that maybe your wife is dead. Like that blast from the Jabberwock maybe killed her. Definitely killed her. Wesley's still with you and he sees you starting to lose it. He goes, come on, think, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. He's like holding you. He's like, it's gonna be all right, it's gonna be all right. Listen. Do you remember we saw Enid? He healed our friend. He healed our friend, didn't he? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Stay with me. He healed our friend. Maybe he can do something. Or if we can figure it out.
She needs to do something now.
I know. Just stay with it. He's like really doing everything, trying to stop you losing your mind.
Can we
Back in the dining room.
Okay, with the helmet telepathy, I'm gonna focus on Zamilvia. Can I cast Detect Thoughts on her?
Nice. Yeah.
Okay. Action to cast Detect Thoughts. You need to make a spell save DC.
She chooses to fail.
Okay. I can send a telepathic message. How do we go with the spell?
Well, everything of her is frozen. Everything of her is frozen. So there are no currently running thoughts. She is frozen
What
in
about her
time.
last thought? Would that be frozen? In
I
the
get
room?
like. Is there?
Okay. I'm going to ask for a roll on this. So I want the roll to be insight.
Shit, we roll.
I hate insight.
It's not a hugely high DC, but I think it's important.
23.
Okay, DC was 15. All you hear is in your brain. Are you attuned to this thing?
Yeah, of course.
2 swords. What else?
Helmet.
Okay, all right. I'm just checking. As you put this on, you go over to her and you touch her, and you try to connect with her. There's in total frozen stasis. But you try and hear through that. You try and hear something through that. And it's almost like some will is trying to connect with you, but it's frozen and unable. But through it all, you hear Natasha.
Cauldron. Tasha's it.
Wait, what?
The cauldron.
That's all you hear.
Natasha.
What does that mean? I don't get it.
Tasha's.
No, you're the only one. Hang on, you're the only one that heard that.
I'm
You're not
just
there to
saying it
help
out
him.
loud.
Sorry.
I'm in the other room with my
Yeah.
dead wife.
Okay.
What do you say out loud? You're with him. It's only you two, remember?
That what I just heard.
What?
You hear him say Natasha.
Natasha. Well, I don't know anyone called Natasha.
What does that? What?
Maybe that's her name, but no, it's not. We know her name. It's not that.
That doesn't help.
Roll
us.
no. Roll religion.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
do.
Religion check.
Tasha's.
I got.
I'm full name's Natasha.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
You're not there.
Calm down.
Sorry.
Where is religion? I don't think I.
It's on the skills list.
Oh yeah. Just 3.
Okay. Yeah. No idea. Natasha. Exactly. Like you're like that's not a name. Her name's Abilnia.
Do you have any Tasha's spells?
I don't.
God damn it. Okay. What does she want from us?
That's all you hear, and then it's lost on the wind. She is frozen.
Okay. Well, back to Enid. Can we teleport to the place near him with the horn and maybe try something?
Can you
You can go back. You can run back through the palace to him if you
I
want.
meant
You
to go to like the rocks, or do I?
Yeah, but you need the teleportation
Okay.
circle spell to be able to do that. You can run there. It'll take you about 3 minutes to run back there if you sprint.
But he's frozen.
I thought Wesley was gonna go back there.
Yeah.
Well, he's with you. He's trying to stop Sonnet lose her mind.
Rowan, yeah.
Rowan
Okay.
will use her mind. Okay, back in the room. You're the thing. He just goes, think. What do you know of the Fey world? What do you know? You know this place. This is your world. Listen. I know you're sad, but the way that we can help her is through what you know. This is your. Listen to me. This is your world. This is your world. This is your realm, isn't it? Say it with me. It's your world. Say it with me. It's my
my
world.
world.
Okay. What do you know of this world and names? Roll.
Yeah.
Religion.
Okay. Actual 20, okay.
You rolled natural 20?
Yeah, religion,
Yeah.
22.
Perfect.
Okay.
To you, it's like someone saying in this world, like, yeah, but like who didn't know that we had surnames, right?
Yeah.
You just know most creatures, Fey creatures in the Fey, have like true names and their names, and you know that. So, but you wouldn't know that somebody from the Prime wouldn't know that. He goes, tell me anything about this world of yours. How does it work? How do we call to her? How do we call to Sonnet?
I mean, her true name? Her true name?
Did she ever tell you her true name?
Did she ever tell me her true name?
I don't know, did she?
Yes.
Do you know what it might be?
Let me think real quick.
If you need time, it's okay, we can cut away.
Yeah.
Alright, we cut away. So that's what's happening in that room. In this room, these non-Fey creatures don't know what's going on. Alright, what are you doing back in the dining hall?
Natasha. What does that mean? Who is Natasha? Is she? What? Natasha. I'm gonna call out.
You start calling Natasha. Okay. You hear Natasha being called out from another room.
Natasha? Okay.
Who's holding the unicorn horn? You?
Yeah.
Or you? Okay, great. All right.
Okay.
What you doing in the dining hall? It's your turn. What are you doing?
Scarlet, do you know anything? Do we?
I don't know anyone named that.
Okay, no, forget Natasha. That's
That's what you heard.
that's the only surface thought she has.
It wasn't even a thought. It was like an echo. You were very lucky that you had that item. I forgot you had it. You picked up like the echo. It was like her last thought before she was frozen. And only because you used this helm, you picked up like the very final echo of her last thought before she was frozen.
Okay. I've got nothing.
What do you two want to do? You're thinking and stuff. Do you want to stay in the dining room or do you want to
Can we
move?
go back in
I'm going to go into the other room.
Okay, you both go back into the other room where you see Wesley as like he's holding Rowan real close. He's looking at her. He's like, just look at me. We'll figure this out. And you'll say like, what do you know? This is your world.
I mean,
Is there anything we can do to call to
she
her?
has her true name. I don't know if that would do anything.
Her true name?
Yeah.
What?
We
Okay.
all have that. I mean, you're here in the Fae.
Everyone has a true
Yeah.
name? Alright, you two hear that as you come in. Alright, well, call to her with her true name. That
Okay.
might do something.
Tomorrow, please come back.
Nothing happens.
Oh, fuck's
Nothing
sake.
happens.
I'm going to cast Gentle
Tomorrow
Repose on
doesn't
her.
see tomorrow.
Gentle repose on Sonnet.
Yeah.
Okay, what does that do?
She can't rot or become undead, and it extends the time of which she can be raised by 10 days.
Nice, beautiful. Okay, well done. You cast Gentle Repose on her. It's almost like Wendell makes a gesture as if he were scattering dust over her, but there's none in his hand, and this gentle pink dust lands on her, glows, and then disappears. And he explains to you what he's done.
You can still save her.
But who would?
Uh,
I don't know anyone who could.
does Serena also know about the Fae name thing, or? is
Yeah,
she-
Serena's
know
not
about-
hugely intellectual. She's got very low intelligence. So.
Rowan, what do you know about the people who live here? Is Natasha someone who used to work here
Natasha.
or something?
Have I heard of the name?
You don't know much about Prismere, remember? It's not your main...
That's true.
I'd say I'd give you a history check.
Okay.
DC's exceptionally high.
Okay. Okay, no.
Okay, nothing.
No, I don't know who that is. No, I don't know who that is.
You have any luck with the horn? Says Wesley. You have any
No,
luck with the
it's
horn?
doing nothing.
It did move, but we didn't know what it was doing, so we didn't do anything.
It started shaking when I put it near the cauldron.
What do you guys want to do?
Can you, Scarlet, you have the identify spell?
I don't.
You do not. Okay, good. Have at least
She's crying. I'm not laughing. Sorry. Someone do something!
It's almost like camera pulls out. And everyone's just like...
I just...
Does the true name have power? This idea of true name, does it have power here?
Yeah, I mean.
Come on, we really need you here. We can help her. We've got Enid. If we can unfreeze him, if we can unfreeze the Summer Queen, she seems powerful, right? Like you said, that every realm is owned like that. They're almost like gods. Like we have. Listen, I know your wife's gone, but she's not gone. This is what I'm saying, Rowan. She's not gone, right? We've got a near god in the other room that might be able to help us.
Okay.
You have to think and tell us.
Okay.
This is your world, remember?
Yeah.
What do you know? Where is power in this world? What has power? Do true names have power?
Yes, they do. I don't personally know about what true names.
You would. Like true names are sort of like a special link.
Okay.
If you know a true name of something, there's usually things that can be done with that.
True names are really important. They link people, and whoever knows it has some kind of power. Like it
the
should
guys-
be doing something.
I know. Okay. Listen, the guys are saying that the horn was vibrating, the unicorn horn. Scarlet says that's got restorative power. You're saying true names have something, and you heard whispered from the queen.
Natasha.
Well, guys, I'm not the smart one here. You have to figure this out.
Do we?
The horn
we could
again?
say the name whilst we're holding the horn, pointed at someone.
All right, so you take the horn and you say what?
Not in here. I'm gonna take it back
Okay.
out there and maybe point it at her and say Natasha.
Okay, as you go back in and you point at her and you say Natasha, nothing happens, but you do feel a vibration. Oh, you're not there.
Can I do it again, but in the pot, but say the same thing in the
Nothing
pot?
happens when you do that.
Touch her with it.
I'll tap her on the head.
Okay. You touch the unicorn
Gonna go
horn
with
to
that.
her head and you say Natasha,
Yeah. Natasha.
Natasha. And as you do that, there is just a slight spark at the end of the horn. And suddenly, she exhales. And she is freed from stasis. She looks upon you. What? Hello.
I've run into that.
She looks to you as you run in.
You gotta help us.
What is happening here?
We freed you from that. You were frozen.
Yeah. You were
The
first in time,
hags.
but we need.
Who are you here in my halls?
I am Scarlet, and that is Wendell. We got in through this guy.
Oh, they don't need to know.
Grabbed us in, but there's someone in the other room who isn't alive, so we can't leave you to make him alive again.
You freed me, child.
Yes. You're welcome. I don't know.
And now,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
okay.
You've already said that.
Yeah,
Our friend is dying. Our friend is dying. Do you have any way to?
Show me this. What is happening?
Please. I'm gonna run
Tall, nearly 6 foot, she almost floats through the room as she comes into the dining room. What an awful mess. What is this?
Please, can you help my wife? Please.
I want group persuasion
Oh.
check. Listen.
Oh my god.
Before you go ahead and roll too
Too
early.
I
late.
already did.
Yeah, well, you keep that number then. I want group persuasion check. And bear in mind, arc phase can be temperamental.
17.
Persuasion.
You can use an inspiration point if it's important to you to re-roll.
Inspiration.
I got.
You can just use a point to re-roll a dice.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
Okay,
Um,
cross off an inspiration and re-roll.
okay.
I would advise rolling high. You are trying to influence a kind of demigod to help you.
Well, she can go back to being frozen
Maybe
if she
again.
wasn't.
Let's see. 15.
How much? 15?
19.
19, 15, 19,
17.
17. Okay, 19. Oh, that's so sorry. Somebody's dead. They can't roll.
Oh.
All right. So that's an average of 18. She goes, "Stop crying, Eladrin. What is the problem? Speak it clearly."
My wife is dead.
I am sorry. Life and death is a part of all things.
We've just freed you from your you were frozen, and we wanted to help you, so we came here, and we killed that thing that was there, and we freed
I see, so you are making a request.
Yeah.
I understand. How long ago did this happen?
Literally like a couple minutes ago, I think.
Clear your throat and wipe your tears, child.
A couple minutes ago.
You wish her restored to life. You see, the problems with these kind of appeals are once you do it with one, everybody comes. They will batter down your castle walls.
She died trying to save
You
you.
will not speak over me! And her hair goes black down and she raises off the ground. Do not!
Well, you can go back to being frozen then.
Shut up.
Because-
No.
I would listen to your friends if I were you.
I get my voice, but what do you think you're doing?
Everyone else in this place is frozen anyway. So you might want to unfreeze all of the people in this place because your world has been taken over by like a hag or something.
Yes, I will deal with the hags.
We might
So
if
maybe
you
you
help,
should
we won't
unfreeze them.
spread the word that you're.
Stop whining! Stop whining! I am grateful for you restoring me to stasis. I thank you. This is heart's desire after all. Is this your heart's desire, child?
Yes.
I can almost taste it. That which you most want will also be the ruin of you. So be prepared for that.
I would accept that.
Live. And the colour immediately comes back to her face and she just breathes. She uses wish to cast True Resurrection and instantly is restored to life. Sonic's eyes open. Oh, that was
Oh my
so
God.
hot. That was so. Oh, what? What?
Are you okay?
Why are you crying, love?
You and Dad.
There's a queen.
She
behind
just
you.
told you.
Oh, okay. What? Hello, Your Majesty.
Thank you.
Such love that the two of you have. Such things are not made to last. Be fierce and ferocious with it if I were you. My domain is weakened. Must be that cauldron. The cauldron. You, I need you for this. Come with me, loud one.
Alright.
And she floats back into the other room. You want to go with her?
Yep.
She says, you have upon your person a sword forged of frost.
Yes.
Use it upon the cauldron. Destroy the cauldron with it. You had it, your means within you. Your sword will be destroyed, but I will make it up for you. I will recompense you. Destroy the cauldron with your sword.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Okay, you want to do it?
Yep.
Okay. Literally, it says Firebrand, Frostbrand destroys the cauldron.
Really?
I didn't know that, yeah.
Wow.
So you go at it, ching, and the thing like discordantly vibrates when you hit it. Ching, ching, and on the fourth hit, the whole thing shatters. The vapors dissipate. And ever so slowly, everything starts to reanimate. Your sword also shatters and is destroyed.
So much money.
No!
Scarlett,
And-
you're covering this.
Throughout.
Economy will never recover.
Throughout the castle, things start to come back to life. The other courtiers in the ballroom, some of them rushing around like are unfrozen. People look immediately to the shattered cauldron. The woman in armor comes over and kneels before Zabilnia. She comes over to you. She says a few things to her thing. To this lady in armor, and then comes back into the room, comes to you, and she says, "You child, I would speak to you."
Why? Yes, why?
Well, I will explain if you come here. It must be a private
Oh,
word.
okay. Let's have a word over there.
You're a funny one. Do not tell anyone my name.
Oh.
You know my true name.
Yes.
Promise me.
I promise, but I can't guarantee that people don't already know it.
Oh, some know, but
Okay.
don't worry about them. Worry about you and now and here. Okay.
Okay.
For helping me, for saving me, you have one wish.
A wish.
I would like you to think about what you would like.
Right now?
Take a few moments.
Sure.
She then comes through to you.
Everything.
She comes through to you.
Sorry for my temperamental nature before. It's a very stressful situation.
You are traumatized. I understand.
Yeah.
You carry a sadness with you, human.
Yeah, we all do.
Maybe, perhaps we do. But you truly do. You lost important ones.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm sort of all out of granting wishes today.
Oh, it's fine. I would.
Wait. Let a queen finish what she is saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did it again.
Stop talking.
Okay.
Stop making noise with your mouth. I have something for you. It will make up more than make up for the sword. You may want to, I don't know, get a bit of parchment, get a quill, but take notes on this, for God's sake. Get involved. A name. They will know you are coming. Give me 2 seconds.
Can I quickly go?
Yeah, of course you can. Seek out Cantor the Sage.
How do you spell that?
C-A-N, I don't know, T-O-R if it's Cantor.
Okay.
He is one of the greatest sages of, in your realm, you call it the continent of Farizon.
Okay.
He knows the location of an object that I think you would like. Especially, you are of the path of the Sentinel, are you not?
Yep.
There is an item, long lost, called the Sword of the Plains.
Uh-huh.
Cantor knows its location. He would not tell anyone. Tell him I told him to tell you. He is the great sage of Cannondale.
Okay.
So go to Cannondale in Farizon, I would, and speak to him. And she says, show me your hand.
Left or right?
Either is good.
This one.
She touched it. You get a sudden searing pain, but it's momentary.
Oh.
And then in your palm of your hand, there is a strange sigil. She says, that is my mark. Show it to Cantor. And then it disappears. Say my true name only once, in his presence only. The sigil will show itself.
Okay.
And he will give you the information, or I hope he will give you the information.
Thank you.
I am sorry for your trauma.
It's all right.
Do not carry it on to others.
Okay.
Into the room after a certain number of minutes, haggard and walking with a limp from the last time you saw him, walks Enid into the dining room from the way that you first came into it. Well, I never thought that the palace and court of Zybilnia would be... and then he sees her. Your Majesty, your Majesty. Ha. Enid, do get up. You look ridiculous, bowing. Thank you. Oh, dear. My friends.
Enid!
Hello. He comes over and sort of gives you...
Frozen.
Goes to give you an embrace and then goes, oh, sorry. Hello, Scarlet. Hello, Wendell.
Hello?
Rowan, Sonnet, Serena, Wesley. It seems that I was caught up in some time trap here as well.
Yeah, you were sitting in that circus tent place.
You got it all going again, did you?
No. She did, that big lady, but, we did.
I think
Stop
your
my from
friend
being
did.
I did.
Oh, you said that? Oh, sorry, I wasn't really.
Don't you two stop bickering again now, come on. You did really good work in there, by the sounds of it. Sorry, I wouldn't know that.
By the
Like
sounds of
that.
it.
By the looks of it, okay.
By the looks of it. Oh, that's really good. Your Majesty, it looks like building works will be required. Yes, yes. Where do you go from here?
Well, we was gonna go to. I mean, my village has been kind of because of the hags. It's kind of all been taken over by them.
No, it hasn't. That is my realm that has been taken over by the hags, and that is the war that I fight
Oh
here.
yeah, that's what I meant.
It sounds that more nefarious things have happened
Well, yeah.
in the Cheer Grove.
Oh, I thought they was connected, but I guess maybe not.
My child, I think many things that are happening that are strange are connected in this day. This is an odd era for us all to live through.
We kind of also, we like carrying a thing that like is kind of, we don't want these people to get.
Are you hungry?
Not
Oh, I
really,
had
actually.
We've got a full belly.
Yeah, we had
We've
elvish
some
bread.
Oh, okay. And
Oh.
offer for a mighty feast.
I'm,
Oh.
We should
I'm
have
getting a
a
bit
mighty feast.
peckish.
Yeah, you know what,
Yeah.
actually,
Okay, she waves her hand across the table and the Fomorian turns to dust.
oh
And then she just goes, and it blows away.
Did you know that one?
And then she waves her hand again. Let's see if I can do this. And casts Hero's Feast down the table. So just, and the most amazing, all of your favourite foods, whatever they are, appear.
Hard time.
She sort of
Hard time.
uses various combo cantrips to tidy up the room a little bit. And then goes, let us, I have many months and moons of battles to fight and wars between these wretched hags. For now, let us eat and let us talk for as long as I have patience for it. I'm sure you have questions to ask me and the such like. So let us sit and speak to me. Tell me of your travels. Tell me of the wondrous things you've seen.
A dragon who tried to kill us. And then we were here. But before that, we were doing other things. So that's kind of interesting.
That's a very short story, Scarlet. But
Well,
thank you.
we found this thing called the Black Dragon, may I ask?
You take it out?
Yep.
Okay, you take it out upon the table. Hmm.
There's only like 5 of these bad boys in existence, so
And they say that if you put them all together, you can summon Tiamat.
Well, they are correct.
Yes, and we don't really want that to happen.
I don't want that to happen.
So what we was thinking was maybe, because basically like these 2 wizards came after us to try and get it, and I think there's a lot of people who want to get it. I don't think they're like the most qualified to hold on to it, and we was thinking like maybe you could hold on to it if you wanted.
Absolutely not.
Oh.
That would turn whoever is the faction of the worm, all of the cultists of that crazed goddess would make Prismere their camping ground in an effort to restore it. There is no way that I want that mask. In fact, I don't really want it here beyond the end of the day.
Well, that's the thing, like, at the moment, all of the crazed cultists of that goddess are just following, like, a couple of people, us, and we're not really qualified to. I mean, like, if you're not qualified to hold on to it, I mean, you are qualified, but you don't want to. So if you don't want to, like, and you're really strong, it's definitely not very good in our hands.
Stop acting weak, girl!
I know, I'm just acknowledging where we have short.
You've gotten it this far.
Yeah, without people attacking us, like, all the time.
You've gotten it this far.
do you know of anyone that would want this who's not evil?
Do you want her help in giving you advice about the mask?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing here? Then make a group persuasion check.
Like some uber powerful hoarder who loves collecting things that attract unwanted attention. 15.
19.
It depends on your motives. If you want done of it and to go about your lives, then give it to somebody who covets such power. But be warned that such people usually have nefarious aims. Not good. Or you could see what I see, which is in all of you, some choice to be made. It has come to you. Frodo Baggins. No, it has come to you. If such a thing, there is really only one way to be rid of something like that, and that is to give it to somebody who wants it and has the power to look after it. Wizards, can't trust most of them.
I have a question though, like, couldn't you just wish it away?
No.
Why?
Such an artifact was made at a similar time as that magic. I mean, it would take a lot of explaining, but no.
Oh.
Weird things would happen if I made such a wish. I could wish it to another plane of existence, but that would make it free pickings for something. Look, I will give you a clue. It is not an area of my speciality, but I would search your history books. Did you know, for example, that the dragons, long before certainly humans, or tieflings for that matter, and perhaps even before the dawning of the elves, dragons waged wars with another type of creature upon this world, all worlds, the giants. That feud, whilst it is diluted over the aeons since, there are some ancient powers of the giant world, the giant people, who have not forgotten such feuds. If I were looking to keep a mask like this in some safekeeping, I would research the scions of the giant gods. Again, if any of you have the means to write that down, I would get involved and write it down. Research the scions of the giant gods. Such libraries you have aplenty in your realms. Here, perhaps the Summer Queen, perhaps Titania would know. On the Prime, well, the ruins of that great library in the north, though hazardous, could indeed still bear the knowledge. It would take some searching.
Sorry.
Search.
What great library? The ruins of it, though.
The ruins, recent ruins of the great Nevermelt.
But if it's ruined, then it's not really a library anymore.
It's recent ruins, though, so who wrote it?
The books would still be there. They were kept well. And of course, if you were feeling particularly daring, that which caused its ruin could also cause the ruin of the mask, but it might mean oblivion for all of you also.
Oh, well,
What caused the ruin?
A great rifted explosion. You should really read your history books.
yeah, maybe, yeah. Alright, we will read some history books.
A I fell asleep in history class.
I didn't go to history class.
But yes, I don't think destroying these masks is an easy option, but like I said, research the giants.
Right, giants. Well, thank you for your advice.
You may rest here at the castle overnight,
Brilliant.
but I would appreciate your brisk departure as soon as possible, as soon as you are able, because I do not want that mask in my domain.
Okay.
Where should we go next?
Is there anything else? You all seem to have a habit of asking me for things. What about you? She looks to Wesley. Is there anything that you would like? Well, if I could have some privacy to make my request. Yes, come.
It's privacy, actually.
No, that's so we can talk about what.
Where should we go next?
Any other requests before I leave?
Well, I mean, she's
I've
got a wish.
but I don't know what wish. I'm not asking you guys.
Yes, a wish for you. I forgot you, Scarlet. Yes.
Oh.
What would you like?
Is there like an item I can get that can make me go back to the prime? Like it can be a one-time thing, but if we needed to go back to the prime, a wish for something that would do it, just not straight away because I think we've got stuff to do here. But
You're another talker as well, aren't you?
well, I just
Except your stories, which are very short. She reaches into the folds of her white robes and pulls out a tuning fork. Have you seen what those are before?
the things for instruments.
Yeah,
Yes.
like a bing, you know, it's like, but this one's golden. And she goes, where exactly would you want to go to? Exactly.
Probably at that library place.
No.
Where would we want to go?
Back to the prime material.
No, but
Yeah, but where exactly?
specifically.
Where we live.
Where did we go? That village where we put up posters for Tem. Brismere.
We left because I gated over here.
Where did we? Kendall, that's it.
Is there anything that can let us go between the Feywild and the prime material plane? Like, whenever we want?
There are many things that allow that, but I'm not content to allow that kind of hopping backwards and forwards.
Oh.
You would need to find one of the plane runners
What?
or a meddling wizard,
Alright.
an order of the Magi or something.
Magi. Alright.
Oh, that's too many words.
Where exactly do you want to return to? Think carefully.
Hang on, we're not doing this now, we are.
Yes, we are doing this now!
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm talking to Scotland.
It seems like I don't get a choice. Wait, where are we going again? Next, where are we going next? Like, can we stay one night here and then go somewhere, or does
I've
it...
said you get the night here, but I want to know now where you go. I'm not holding this tuning fork, otherwise I will melt it.
Okay, quick. Like, should we go to Kendall or should we go to Ever? What's that place?
It's called Never Melt.
No, not Nevermelt. I'm talking about Everdale or whatever.
Talk about Evermeld. Wait.
Cannondale,
Can it? No.
in the continent of Horizon.
We could go there.
Like the cheese?
I don't know what that is. To get. What?
Now for your word before I lose my complete rag.
Yeah.
A word of advice. You are all waiting for some reason to be unified. So let me give you that reason. You are unified. You are, what do they call them? An adventuring party. Start acting like it. You have a mighty artifact in your possession and nobody else wants it. Well, nobody good wants it. I would start to consider with a bit more seriousness the task before you and think carefully. You think that there is a separation between powerful beings like me, like Enid, and you. There really isn't. There really isn't. And sooner or later, you'll keep wishing that more and more powerful beings will take care of your problems until one day you wake up and you realize you are one of those powerful beings. You don't want that to happen. Realize your power straight away. You have freed me. You have allowed me to take back control of my realm after possibly quite a lot of fighting to come. Embrace your power and the responsibility that comes with that. And for God's sake, tell me where you want this tuning fork to take you. Think carefully. What will be your next step on your path, and where would you like to go?
We've got a few locations, okay?
Okay, say them.
Never melt.
No.
Just
say
what it is then.
Okay.
Say what you want.
We could go to like the central place, which is Metropole, just in case we wanted to be near everything. And we could go back to Everdale. Wait, where do we get taken?
Kendall.
No, we didn't.
Kendall, yeah.
Yeah, Kendall.
Yes, we did. Kendall. Or we could go to Horizon.
Why would we go to Horizon?
Because that's where the Wizards of Wrath are. And that's where I can get
So
a
we want to
cool,
take the mask
badass sword.
right to the Wizards of Wrath.
Yeah.
We want to take it to them.
But did you hear what you just said then? Also at the end of that sentence?
Okay,
You want a cool sword?
Everyone wants a cool sword.
I know. I mean, okay, so that's definitely on the list.
It's on the list.
Yes.
on a map. Is that near the top or the bottom?
On the map here. What?
It's a different
It's on a
continent.
different continent.
You haven't got a map of it.
Oh.
So the map you've seen is of Aeon, the continent of Aeon.
Oh.
So Kendall, you know where that was, and Breezemere in its relation. It's a couple of days journey away from each other. But there's places you haven't been that you might like to go, depending on what the next step on your path is. If you are going to do more research into this mask, if that's something you will say yes to, if you're going to take that up, are you?
I gotta figure out my freaking village thing. I cannot keep bringing Sonic along on these adventures.
Oh.
Because you.
Okay, well, one thing at a time. If we're going to sort out our village and then go back, where are we going to go back to?
Probably somewhere where we can research these giant god things.
That's a good place to research.
Never melt!
The library.
The library at Nevermelt is holds great dangers, but great knowledge.
How do you
Well,
know?
maybe
Have you
we
been
can
there?
start off smaller and then get build
I
up
have.
to. You've been there?
Is it dangerous? They said it's ruined.
Look, if you would have me along for a little bit of the next leg of your journey, I may be able to sort of bop us around to these places to a certain degree.
That would be fine. Maybe we could, because it's quite dangerous. We could see if like anywhere else has information on these giant gods. Like I don't know, other places with information. Would there be information in Metropole? Or...
Sure, I'd assume a place like that held some records and libraries.
You both know there's a great library in Metropole.
Oh, so we could start at that great library and then move on to the dangerous great library.
Metropole.
Okay, I think we should because
She whispers into
got
it. She
it.
goes, there you go.
Thanks. Thank
But
you.
we could also go to Horizon.
Can't, because
I think
she's
we
too-
made up our mind.
Too late. Good luck. Good blessings. And I sort of hope that the next time I see you, it is not with that mask.
Us two.
Please, in your brevity and lightness, do not forget the terrible cost that will occur if the dragon mask falls into the wrong hands.
Yes.
We would all suffer. Goodbye. She turns, swirls out of the room.
Bye.
The 6 of you, and 7 including Enid, enjoy a welcome evening here at the Palace of Heart's Desire. You eat good food. You sleep really well. And you all go up one level.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything. Okay.
You did.
I just cried a lot.
That's over.
Thank you.
You and Sonnet hold each other tight all night,
Yeah.
and awaken to a fresh dawn in Prismere, where the mists that bind this particular domain into 3 wicked realms is already diminishing. As the day dawns, you are up early as you feel the tug of the cheer grove. The next leg of your journey, what will happen next, you will decide in our next session. That's where we're going to leave it for today.